and welcome. Main screen is on. Welcome into outer space here in the Type-11 Prospector. Okay, I'm already out here. I've already loaded this ship up with modules and utensils and all the limpets that go inside, so that way we can get straight to it, straight to using that little laser thing or big laser thing. And compare using that versus using the old lasers. First off, I am in the test server, so unfortunately, my regulars can't join me out here in the test server. It's only for it's only for a special people. I did see other folks in the test server. Let's see who's out here. Or maybe they've all gone to private, but there were some others that were out here. I know Psychic is streaming, Brother Sibelius, Orange Phoenix. So if you guys are watching them, say hi. Okay. First off, the maneuvering on this thing I really like. Let's see, let me put the cargo thing.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Like just going through the asteroids is pretty maneuverable, pretty fun. And also, guys, I have the. They also sent me the what's called the ones you buy with arcs, the stellar ones and the galactic one. I think you can tell I got the galactic one because I have the cool new hollow decals, which I didn't put on the one that comes with it. I like this one better. I like the darker colors and then have this as a highlight. It'll be kind of neat though. I kind of just want it on the engines. I wish that you could select where you have the hollow, because having it over here kind of looks like it's like I'm at a rave party. Although I think for our live streams it'd be really cool to have this and being all dark, and then we have like a firefight like on top of it. That'd be pretty fun. I'm already thinking of things to use this thing that isn't just for mining, but let's go for mining. Right now I have on board the mining volley repeater, which is unique to this ship. Only this ship can use it. The only thing also I have that only this ship can use is the new Prospector, the Mark II mining multi-limpet controller. That thing has a Prospector and collectors, and I think it can fire out like 8 things. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like 8 things it can fire out. Though having the Prospector limpet and the collector limpet together, you need to be careful because you'll if you send out all your collectors, you can't send out any more prospectors. So you have to kind of keep in mind what you have out and active. I still have a prospector over there. At first I thought, oh, I can only send out one prospector at a time, but it turns out no. It's just because I had all my collectors out at one time. What is the lifetime of the collectors? Let's see if it tells me in the modules. Otherwise, we'll have to go. Okay, here we go. So lifetime, limpet lifetime is it can't be infinite. I know that's not true. Active limpets 8. Active range is 9.99 kilometers. That's nuts. Lifetime, it says infinite there, but it's not. Because I had a whole bunch of collectors right before the stream, and now that the stream started, they're all dead. Just deploy one and count. I guess we'll do that together, yeah? Alright, let's go ahead and start mining. Let's see how much better, if it is, this new multi-cannon thing. Alright. Waiting for this to get closer. Also, you have to be quite close to use the new cannon thing. This place I am in is known for its double painite. Double low temperature diamond place. So I'm at Glee's. If you guys want to find this place in the live version, 488.2. It's a radio station, I guess. And it's the 4th planet. And if you scan here, the second ring here, there's a double layered low temperature diamond spot. It's been a while since I've mined. I always felt like I had a knack of telling which rocks were good for mining. But I think I lost all that. Okay, another thing that's going to be new to Elite is the ability for, in Colonization, to cancel and demolish your builds. So let's say you put in a let's say you put in a build on a planet and it's not where you wanted it, you accidentally clicked, you didn't mean to, whoops. Before, that was it, you're done, you'd have to build it. Now you can cancel it, which is great. Or, let's say you already built a settlement and it messes up your the strong or weak links to the station you want, and say you wanted it to be a industry station, and then you're like, oh, I'm just gonna put this agricultural thing over here because the thing looks cool, and then it messes everything up, and now you can delete it, you can demolish it. However, you won't be able to get refunds. Yeah, JD's, yeah, that's the thing I was gonna say, is you won't be able to get refunds. Let's see. We're wondering if it's still no refunds or if it gives you back for demolishing the 330 station. Yeah, yeah. So no refunds in terms of materials. Okay, I would understand. But let's say you get rid of like a tier 3, right? And you know, it's sad to see all that stuff go away. However, the build points to make that tier 3, you're not gonna be able to make another tier 3 again. Like, so I wonder if the tier 3 or any build points will be refunded. What if you paid ARX for a station name? Oh, that's a good question too. I don't know that answer. Yeah, yeah. I'll have to send some of these questions to Frontier and see if they can let me know. If we, number one, is if we put if we get build point refunds, and two, if we get another chance to name a place. Well, let's say you named a station, and you want to get rid of it, but you don't want to build in that same spot again, and you want to build somewhere else, right? Do you get a refund in ARX? Oh, here we go. Some low temperature diamonds. Okay, this isn't very much. This is 3.48%. But you know what? We're gonna do it. Okay, here we go. Putting things to weapons. You gotta be pretty close with this mining volley. Now, I've been told that this is very flashy. The laser, not laser, but like, you know, this little cannon thing on the side. So if anybody has any problems with really flashy stuff, be forewarned. Here we go. You hear all those Prospector limpets popping off? Now those are all the old ones. So it's not the one that I'm currently shooting at, so I need to be careful. Alright, so this one here, as you can see, the minerals remaining in this thing taking forever to go down, but I think it's a bit more efficient in its collecting, so the minerals remaining thing, to deplete this thing, is going to take a lot longer than with using lasers. Comments on the sound of the mining Gatling. I mean, it's like a Gatling gun. It's kind of cool. It's not like a really harsh sound, but it's kind of like this soft repeating sound. It's a fart gun. Yeah, it kind of feels like a fart gun.
It sounds like popcorn to me.
Yeah, it sounds like a bunch of popcorn in I would say, yeah, it's a popcorn maker. That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it the popcorn maker. And as it's shooting the kernels across, it pops on the asteroid and pops off the materials. careful how many limpets I have out. There we go. And on board I have a size 3 hopper refinery. I usually run on a size 2 because I typically only mine one sort of thing. So like I go somewhere and I just get that thing. So either it's low temperature diamonds, or it's painite, or it's void opals, and so I don't need all these other slots here. Because what tends to happen, you'll have all these slots, and it takes forever to fill them all. And so it's a little bit faster if you just have the one. And also with the space, I could do with more cargo. Hey, Happy Sec. Let's see. Whoops. What's that? Okay, yeah, we're all done here. And it comes with a fighter bay, and it's only a one. It's a smaller of the two fighter bays, so you only get one fighter. Not a huge fan of that. I wish it was the two. But I suppose it's kind of like having a mobile hardpoint. I do have it on me too. Let me go ahead and launch it. Let's see, launch fighter.
Okay, Commander. I'm opening up the fighter bay now.
There he goes. It's a forward launching fighter bay.
Established. Awaiting instructions.
You know, for a double painite overlap place, it really not finding a whole lot of painite here, eh? I wonder how the hollow ship kit works with battle damage from caustic stuff. You know, since it kind of hovers above, I think my guess is I don't know. You know what? That's a good question. I thought it hovered slightly above the hull, but no, it's like kind of like on it. Yeah, there's like little LEDs on there. Yeah, I wonder what that would look like with the caustic damage. Painite. Says RN Royce. So for me, I normally use a Python, like a regular Python for mining. And the maneuverability of this one is a lot better than my good old mining Python. You know, now that liquid oxygen is a thing we use. Oh look, it's tritium too. Every time I see liquid oxygen, I'm like, oh, I should get that. But then I remember, no, I don't need that. In the test server, they've transported me away from where I am in game. Where I am in game is about 2,000 light years away. We're colonizing the North America nebula. However, now Meccan had resigned from the partnership program here of Elite, so he doesn't have access to this stuff anymore. However, his legacy remains, because what he would do, instead of testing out the new stuff, he would just go out and test stuff in the California Nebula for Thargoids. He would just do Axe stuff. So, because of that, none of us have access to any of our ships. Any of them. None. The only ships we're able to use in these test servers now are just the pre-made ships, and the ships that they sent to us. So I thought that was quite funny, because what he would do is he would just get, he would go to, I think the Titans would still be around, and he would just go around doing Titan stuff instead. I thought that was really funny. Fluber, you're about to say something?
I was gonna say, I think I've already forgotten. My bad. It was something about the maneuverability.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty maneuverable. I like the yaw especially. The yaw on it's surprisingly good. This can't be it though. I'm probably in the wrong spot.
You're in the
PFVD.
pay-to-win ship, though. You should be doing amazing.
I know I
You
should.
be-
Well, you know what? They give you the stuff, right? But they don't make it easy for you to collect it.
Oh, I remember what my thing was.
Yeah.
It would be nice if mining would get you, if mining was like quick enough that it would be, just as fast to go mine, depending on how far away a station is, but it would actually be practical to mine out the resources for colonization.
Yeah.
They added the systems to allow you to like mine raw materials, like raw metals, and then get them converted at like refinery stations, like at refinery outposts.
Yeah.
But the rate at which you can mine stuff in this game just does not compare to,
Oh yeah.
trading through
Absolutely.
a carrier. So
All right, here we go. We're gonna fire it from externally. There we go. There's the firing. There goes the limpets. They found some painite, or some what is that stuff called? Low temperature diamonds. Yeah, it totally lights up the cockpit over there. It's so bright. It is a nice little. It's pretty handy where the weapons are because okay, right here, I do have the. This thing does have abrasion capabilities. However, the abrasion blaster on this thing isn't as efficient as a real abrasion blaster. So I have one right there, and it's right in the middle, right there, right in the middle. Which is pretty handy. And on the right is a. If we're doing some core mining, I've got one of those too. Now the other thing I want to test, I do have a bunch of regular mining lasers, so I want to see how they fare. Weapon-wise, let's see, we're done with that. Let's see, not weapon-wise, I should say. Power distributor-wise, it's pretty good. Like, let's see, if I have it on 2, it'll slowly go down. If I have it on 4, the thing stays up the whole time. If I have it on 3, it's alright. Oh, yeah, it goes up
do you
pretty
have
good.
do you have a modified distributor? Like
Yes,
an
I
engineered
do have.
distributor?
I have a distributor that is modified to 5. It doesn't have. I've done pretty much all of the engineering already, so that way I wouldn't bore you guys with watching those little things tick over. But the only thing I haven't done are the experimentals, because that would require me to fly everywhere. And
Yeah.
right now, the ship with everything on it does unladen is 35 light years.
So the distributor, is it charge enhanced or weapon
It's charge
enhanced?
enhanced.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And for speed on this thing, it's pretty nifty. Watch this. Okay, it accelerates up to 400 there. So one more boost. 492 for what I have. So it's pretty fast to go through the asteroids. I mean, if we want to use this for canyon racing and whatnot, it does have a tiny bit of a drift to it. Watch. Turning this way, just a tiny bit. But it does turn quite well. I mean, that was all yaw. I wasn't banking and pitching. That was a bank and a pitch here. It is nice and maneuverable. I really like being able to fly through the rocks like this. I think I'm already knocking these limpets into the ground. So maneuverability wise, it's a really nice ship to fly. Okay, I feel like I'm in the wrong spot, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna jump out.
Someone in the chat
Yeah.
was asking about, Amando was asking about the cargo capacity.
Okay, cargo capacity in this one with everything I have going. Let's go ahead and go to a station. But it's 256. And I'll show you what I have on board. Okay, let's also test its SEO capabilities. Because there is a station here, however, it's like 387 light seconds away. So let's go ahead and test how well it does with the SEO drive, yeah?
Are you able to share your screen in the Discord live stream? Because otherwise the YouTube stream is
Sure.
delayed.
Sure,
So that'll
let me
help
try
me
that.
respond to what
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
doing
yeah.
quicker.
Fighter link is down.
Share my
We lost you,
screen.
Commander.
Okay, I'll have to do entire screen. Okay, okay, let me know if you see. Do you see it?
Yep, I see it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and use the SEO, and let's get to somewhere nearly 400 light seconds away. Or 400,000 light seconds away. Alright, the wobble is minimal so far. The heat is staying down. Eating the fuel, I mean, it's alright. So it's a little bit, but it's staying, the heat is staying down alright. It's starting to wobble a little bit more here. But I mean, we're aiming at something over 300,000 light seconds away, so it's alright. I wonder if I'll get there.
Alright, it's a little rockier than some of the other SEO ships.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's getting a bit rocky here too. But again, if we're going somewhere really far, and it gets really rocky as the speed ramps up to max. But it looks like it's staying at 58% heat, so that's nice.
I will be right back.
Alright. Barefoot says, oh, I see. Flower gets instant stream, but I have to put up with a delay. I see how it is. Flower. Talk about. Alright. Almost out of fuel. Hopefully I can get there with all the fuel. Okay, so that's nice that it doesn't overheat itself. Floops, you are now flower. Alright, and then also see these lights here on the cockpit? Those are actually the cockpit string lights, so it doesn't come with that with the ship, unfortunately. But I much prefer it because I like being able to see the cockpit lines. 500 arcs to change your name to Flower. Oh yeah, that's right. That's another new thing, guys. So now you can change your name with just 500 arcs. However, I wonder what the specifics of it are. Like, can you change your name once a month? Like, a lot of games you can change your name and you have to wait for about a month before you can change it again. I imagine you won't be able to change your name to something that already exists, but however, can you change your name back to what it was before? Like, let's say I changed my name to Barefoot Games 101 sucks at videogames.com, right? But then after the joke has been made, can I go back to Mars Europe, or is it going to be like, oh no, that name's already been used in our databanks? So that's a question I want to ask. Alright, coming into Humboldt Dock. That wasn't so bad. Getting to some place that's nearly 400,000 light seconds away, not so bad. And the reason I bring that up is because there are some places I go and I want to go mining, and I look up on the helper. What is it? I use the ED tools for my mining helper to find some cool places to mine. And sometimes those places are like 100, 200,000 light seconds away. And so it's nice to know that someplace as far as 400,000 light seconds away, it's not that big of a deal to get to them. Granted, I now have like very little fuel, but if I jump out and go to Fuel Star, I'm okay. The fuel scoop I have on this, I'll show you guys. Show you the loadout I have here, and then I'll also show you the loadout that comes with the packages. Try to land here myself. As you can see, I have no shields because when I go mining, I YOLO it. Oh, this is so easy to correct with the thrusters. The thrusters are really, really good. This is really maneuverable. Oh my god, look at that. Wow, okay. that was a lot easier than I expected it to be. Just landed, no problem. Alright, cool. Barefoot, you watching? That's how you land. Use your ship thrusters to avoid the ground. Okay, let's go ahead and advance maintenance. Alright, let me show you the insides. Anything else here I need? No. Outfitting. Let's go in it. Monarch says we should assume that the system under investigation for Terry Taro, whomever, whatever, isn't open yet on the partner servers. Oh, what is the yeah? We shouldn't assume that. let's see if it's open. All right. So on board, I have the repeating volley. Now, let's see here. So the repeating volley can only go here. However, can I put other things there? No, I can only put mining tools on that size 3. So only mining tools go here. And of those mining tools, this is the only ship that can hold this thing. Everything else, I have a seismic launcher in case I need to do seismic stuff. I also have a subsurface displacement here, right in the middle. That's my favorite tool. Like, I know the blowing up cores is pretty cool and everything, but I love the little mini game that comes with the subsurface displacement missile, and I always try to search for having to use this thing, so it's pretty nice. And then everything else is just lasers. Yeah, I'm really curious because it definitely isn't faster to mine stuff with the mining volley. However, you do get more stuff. So I wonder, me and Barefoot, we should do a race to see over like a whole period of time, maybe about 200 cargoes worth, to see which one is indeed faster. Now maybe I won't go from rock to rock faster than Barefoot, but maybe I'll be able to fill up faster. We'll see. Attention, I have become old. Oh, Mira J is now a birthday lady. Happy birthday to Mira J, our beautiful, wonderful artist. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday. Birthday stream. Okay, for utilities, I have a point defense on the bottom. Now, I wish this thing had more point defenses on the bottom, because that's where your cargo rack is, right? Because the other ones, there's one on the top. I have a chaff launcher, and I have a second chaff launcher on the top also. The reason I have 2 chaff launchers is because once one runs out, it still has to reload, and you'll still be being shot at. So then I can fire the second chaff launcher, and then when that's done and reloading, I can shoot out this one. So I'll always have chaff launchers going off. Now, of course, that's against like NPCs and such. So when I run around with no shields, I always have 2 chaff launchers. I also have a heatsink launcher. Now I discovered that when fueling up from a star, and then jumping to the next place, I get to about 105%. So you overheat, but not that much. However, if I don't have shields, so there's another thing is, I'm not running a lot of stuff that has lots of heat on it, as you can see down here. Now it says top speed is 508, but we tested it. It's actually like 492 with the boost. The top speed here, I wonder if that actually is 392. It probably is. And the current jump range is 35, and then with laden it'll be 24, and then current is 28. However, I have a bunch of stuff on board. I have a bunch of limpets, so that's gonna knock it down. I do have this thing modified just to the first one because that's all I have in terms of engineering. Let's see here. Yeah, global. Yeah, I'm really curious about the yield difference myself, and I think we need two different ships mining at the same time to really know what the difference is. I think what we should do once Barefoot comes back, or maybe Barefoot doesn't come back, maybe me and Fluber will do this, where we'll go somewhere and we both mine from the same prospect, the same rocks, and just see, because if the other person is using my Prospector limpet as theirs, then they'll get the same amount coming out. So then we will see rock per rock who's getting more stuff, and we'll do that maybe next week, because this thing comes out next week, and I'll be in one of these ships, and then Fluber or somebody will be in a different ship that we can mine together. Power plant is a 6A. I don't have it modified right now because I don't need it to be modified. Thrusters are modified for dirty drive, and I don't have the drag things because I'd have to go all the way to Farseer, and I'd rather just show you what this thing can do rather than fly around all over the place. Frameshift drive, this isn't the double engineered frameshift drive, so, and also it doesn't have mass manager, so this number will go higher if you use the double engineered frameshift drive, and also if you complete the engineering on this. See, Barefoot says if we mine the same rock, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't be a good test. My limit swarm would take all the chunks. Oh, I see what you're saying. Hey, Alex Benes, and also hello, Grobel. Grobel says fill it up fast. I might put back my Panther Mark II miner in a hauling build. Yeah, I hope so. I hope they didn't spend all this time and we're like, nah, you know what? The Panther Mark II is a little bit better. Okay, and then life support. It's small life support. It's only 3D, which is interesting because it does have multi-crew on it. Okay, and then wait, does it? I have to double check. I just said that. I'm actually not sure, or is it just one person? Power distributor, I have, oops, it's 7, so it's really big. It's pretty good, and I have charge enhanced. Sensors, I put A, and the reason why is because I know that having, let's see, 3Ds are going to give me. It's not even that much. Let's see. 0.18 more light seconds. No, light years. Sorry, it's not worth it. I'd rather be able to see ships and be able to target them and see if they're good or bad. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal to me, that one. I mean, if you guys want to go ahead and put 3Ds and make it lightweight, go for it. I tend to put a wide angle on this thing because I like to scan things. And then inside, this is what I have for inside. So a bunch of 6s. And the cargo capacity is 256 in this configuration. It has this thing, which is let's see, what else can I put? I can only put limpets here, limpet controllers, and this thing here, this multi-limpet controller that it comes with, can only be used here. So this Mining 2 is designed for just Prospector and Collector limpets. However, you can have 8 active at a time. It says limpet lifetime infinite, but it's not, because they die. They definitely die. So I don't know what this infinite thing is about. 3 people in an enclosed place. You're probably holding your breath anyway. I know, right? So I don't know about. Maybe they haven't put it into the game, but I definitely have just been sitting there and my limpets are dead. They die off. So I don't know what this infinite stuff is about. Wait, is that the animated paint scheme? Says Crawl. Again, they didn't bother painting the whole ship for a paint job. I'll show you in a second, Crawl. I'll show you in a second. Let's see here.
Apologies, I am back.
Hello,
I have
Fluger.
got tea.
Yay, tea.
Also, I am I'm late by 4 minutes, but happy birthday, JD.
No, it's too late. You have to wait the whole another year, and she'll hold it against you too. She's gonna kill you next stream. Fighter bay. Okay, these two things. These can only hold limpet controllers, and this one can only hold this specific fighter bay. It can't. You can't do. So, I have a Taipan. This is my favorite one. Let's see here. The best one to use for your fighter, like let's say you have somebody you want to do actual combat, I think the best one to use is a Condor. Let's see. I think Condor Gimbaled Beam is my favorite one for using a combat Condor for NPCs, because this thing is really hard for other NPCs to hit. Has a really low profile. It's pretty fast, and these beams and heat sinks are really good. Really good. However, personally, I like using this one because this one's even faster, and it's tougher, so take a lot of hits.
Even though it says it's relatively slow.
I know.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, it's relatively slow, but like it can boost. Like look at this boost, 551. Whereas the other one that I use that's comparable to it is 542. Now its max speed is faster. The other reason I prefer the Taipan is that on planets, this thing has a huge turning radius, and its thrusters are very weak. However, this thing here on a planet, it can turn really fast. So like if you're flying around in a canyon and you're having fun, you can outmaneuver a Condor with a Taipan so easily. Alright, so that's what I have there. Went back to the optionals. Okay, so those things there. I have a fuel scoop. It's a 4A. It's not very fast, but normally I wouldn't use a fuel scoop because this would probably be a carrier rat. Like it just stays on the carrier, and I take it out and I use it, and it goes back to the carrier. So I wouldn't normally use it with this. However, if let's say I find a nice mining spot next to that's kind of just 5 or maybe 8 jumps away from the place where I would sell all this stuff, right? I could do 8 jumps. Now I think 5 or 6 jumps is good without a fuel scoop in this build, but I think anything over 6, I'll need to fuel up. So it's a bit, yes, situational, yeah.
Here you go. I was just going to say, Barefoot's mentioning in the chat, to match the 500 tons I usually get when mining, you're going to have to make 2 trips. That would be in a large ship, whereas this is a medium. So for BGS stuff, I imagine that this would have that niche, right?
Yeah.
Because you can land at more stations, you can do more missions.
Yeah, there's more stuff to do. And also, whenever I'm filling up stuff, so okay, it's like if you want to use this ship to sell from, right? Myself, I usually use my Python Mark 1, and I fill up my carrier with the Python Mark 1 because I know that Barefoot likes using his cutter and has a whole bunch, a bunch more mining tonnage. But when it comes to me, I usually just do things in 200-ton sessions, and then I go out do something else and enjoy my time. But if you're just by yourself with this thing, yeah, you can, and you're selling. You give yourself a lot more options with those smaller landing pads. Okay, Refinery, detailed scanner, advanced stocking, advanced Supercruise assist. Now these things I like having myself. So other folks might get rid of these two and put something else on there, but I like these things. Those are just for me. And I wish they would get rid of this. I wish this would just, like, we don't need to know that this is here. Like, it could just be, I know there's a difference between Horizons Live and Odyssey Live. And the difference is this module here, but we don't need it. Like, which is weird because I could just sell this, right? I could just, like, get rid of it. I could just go into Horizons mode. But why? Who would do this?
It's very bizarre.
It's
some holdover, yeah.
It's a holdover, but like with the what was it? It was the Discovery Scanner. It used to be, right? They integrated the Discovery Scanner into the ship, right? That's the thing.
Yeah, it's no longer its own module.
Right, it
The
used to be.
surface scanner is a module you need.
Yeah. Okay, I understand the Surface Scanner, but like they did away with the Discovery Scanner. Like we don't need this. This here, they can just get rid of it. That's my 2 cents on that. All right, let's look at yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was just gonna say because Barefoot followed up with like, you know, I prefer my large one, and like personally, yeah, I'm going to stick to mining in my T9 because I just, you know, prefer flying that ship, and I don't know when I'm going to be in a situation where I need a medium mining ship.
Yeah, Type 9 for mining. I liked one of my favorite ships.
It's not optimal at all, but
Yeah, one of my favorite
yeah.
ships to mining was the Anaconda, because if I just felt like I was in a big mining ship. I like the feel of it.
Yeah.
And
No,
I don't like the
Cockpit all the
cutter
way back.
because of the driftiness of it. And that's it's just a personal thing. Like I don't like the driftiness of the cutter and the maneuverability of it. Because sometimes I'll have 2 or 3 rocks next to me that I want to be mining from, and I can be more precise with my Python Mark 1 than with the cutter in terms of maneuvering around. All right. So
Absolutely.
the Prospector comes in 3 flavors now. Usually before it would come in just the 2. You'd have the stellar version and like the base version. So the base version just comes with the ability to buy it, and I think they do give you a free one. So that's what I have here. Then there's a Prospector one, which is this thing here. Not Prospector, sorry, this is the stellar one. The stellar one and the galactic one are the same thing, except for the galactic comes with this animated decal stuff, or
It comes with more cosmetics. And it's like there's another ship kit included on top as well, right?
Right. But internally, it's the same ship. So
it's the same pre-built.
Yeah, it's the same pre-built. Let me just go to this. Let me use this ship. Now the internals.
So the extra price is you're purely paying that for the cosmetics.
Yeah. The internals are they're decent. Okay, it comes with everything you kind of need, and not need, but everything that you would kind of use. Now notice there's no mining lasers. They went all in on on this thing being your only mining tool for laser mining. You have a subsurface here. You have your seismic launcher, and then the Abrasion blaster is in the middle thing here. I really like the way this looks when you use this. Watch this. Let me go. Let me just. Okay, I'm gonna replace it with one already. So look how it goes away and it comes back. It's like a little pocket. It's like a little secret pocket. Like this, you know, not deployed and then deployed. I like that little cool thing. I like that these are in the middle because a lot of times I'll be using the Abrasion blaster or the subsurface seismic thing, whatever, and it's off to the side, and it messes up with my aiming. But with these, like right here in the middle, it's really handy, especially this one directly in the middle. Having said that, this one is actually more in the middle because the cockpit is off center. It's an asymmetrical build. So this one here is really the one in the middle and not this one. But again, I haven't used these yet. So I haven't used these hardpoint placements. So I don't know how offset things will be.
Can you put anything else in the repeater slot?
No. Well, you can if you want to do just other mining stuff, other mining tools. You can.
But it's a mining locked. Like you can only put mining specific equipment in it. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's see here. And then internally they put a pulse wave analyzer, which I never use. A point defense. They put it on the bottom. Smart. However, I wish another point defense could be put on the bottom because all the other ones are on the top. And they have a shield booster and a heatsink launcher. Internally, let's see, they give you A-rated everything. However, if you do get these ships, I would take this A-rate. I wouldn't, even though I probably wouldn't use anything other than a 7A in this slot. I would switch this out with a regular 7A. I know it'll increase your insurance cost, but let's say you put in you fully engineer this, right? And then you want to swap it out with something and you forget. Well, guess what? When you swap it out, it's gone. Like it doesn't go. These pre-built modules, as long as they stay in your ship, they'll stay with your ship. But as soon as you take them out, they evaporate. They have like the warranty void foil on it, and you can't put it back. Actually,
Engineer touches
as a bad
it
example,
and the whole unit turns to dust.
Right. That's a bad example. Actually, the 7A power distributor, I think I'd keep that in there no matter what. But let's say like a frame shift drive or the thrusters, or even the power plant. Like I could see myself swapping those out every now and then. Let's see. Grobo says 7A weapon focus for mining, if I recall. Well, even with just the charge enhance, like with the mining, at 3 pips I can deplete an asteroid and not have to worry about anything else. So if anything, I even think putting 5. I think there's a bit overkill on it. Okay, what else? All right, yes, that's with that.
Does anything? What other mediums get a 7A distributor?
Offhand, I don't know.
Doesn't I think does the Crate 2 get one?
The Crate 2, let's see. This is the Corsair.
Yes, the Crate 2. The Crate 2 does get one.
Yeah. Does the Corsair get one?
I don't have a Corsair. Actually, I think I did. There's one A-rated one in the Squadron Bank.
Yeah, the Corsair
Oh no, you
gets
can beat me to it.
a
Yeah.
7. Yeah, they got rid of. See, we can't use any of our older ships, and also even.
You're on like a fresh account. Yeah.
Well, yeah, kind of, because I still have access to all my engineering. But oh wait, no. Is this mine? No, this isn't mine. No, these are all the stuff which we don't get these other ones. They let us use these stuff here. There's other ones like this one is Crate 1 and this Mama 1. They let us look at this, but they don't give it. They don't give us these things. And then let's see the livery. I wanted to explain. Oh, it's so dark in here. I want to explain the hollow thing because it's not a skin. It's its own.
If you go to the main menu, if you do the livery in the main menu, would you get a better lighting in the main menu hangar? I'm not sure.
Maybe, yeah. See here, you can. So the hollow is on top of whatever skin you choose. So I personally like this one because it's nice and dark, and then you have this brighter thing, or this blue one here. This yellow one's kind of cool. It with the yellow one, it looks like one of those trucks on the highway that tells you the lane is closed, and you have to go around it. So that's kind of funny there. This green one, I don't know. I mean, it does look menacing with the red. However, this isn't a very menacing ship. But I like it with this one. I like the contrast with this darker color one here. And then where is it in ship kits? Yeah, it's in the ship kit area. So there's a hologram thing. So I imagine there'll be different colors later on. And each ship is going to have its own mapping. Its own separate mapping on here. Commander Sir Complains a Lot says, that fancy skin will help a lot with identifying miners and rings. Well, I'm sure also it just being near, it being like, near an asteroid will be a dead giveaway too. But yeah, that'll definitely help. Or maybe it'll ward off,
Have you gone through the ship kits, the other 2 ship kits?
Okay, yeah, the ship kits.
Because they do look very good.
Okay. Oh, this is garbage. Can't see anything here. Okay, let me do, what we were saying, go to the main menu?
Yeah, the main menu might, if you do the livery from the main menu, that might give you better lighting.
Alright, let's go to the main menu. Because they sort of fixed the lighting in the carriers, but in a lot of these stations you can't see garbage. Okay, was it game extras?
Under game extras in the livery, yeah.
Livery, alright. Mars, wait.
There you go.
Says, Mira, what? see, this is a lot better. Never mind, too late. Well, tell me what, I could go back afterwards and show you something. Alright. There you go. So this is muted, but it accentuates the hollow on it. Because with the red on red, I mean, obviously, the red on red looks kind of cool, but for the feel of the ship, I think you do something more like maintenance looking.
Next time you go to the main menu,
Yeah.
just hide your screen, yeah.
Alright. There we go. And then the ship kit, let's see, here we go. Here's the ship kits. So the top of it, you can have this thing, this like a jungle gym on top. So, you know, we can have like a whole jungle gym and play king of the top of the thing. This one here, unfortunately you can't see it, but it gives you a little satellite dish on the left side or the right side of the ship, and the little pokey thing on the other side of the ship. And those things are cool. I like anything that has little a satellite dish. I love. And then this thing here is like, it looks like extra cargo pods. Now, the thing about this, what's cool about these, the one with the bars, it's that it gives you extra lights, so it makes you a little bit more glowy. And anything that makes me more glowy, I'm a fan of. However, I'd rather take, you know what? I'll go put that on. Then see the wings. There's this wing here with the tubes. Again, it gives you these extra lights. See the no lights, extra lights. Otherwise, you have these nacelle things. And
The nacelles do look very smart.
And then it gives you like this like armored look on the side. This other thing here. Armored, not armored. Nacelle things, cool. I like the extra lights. But you know what? I'm gonna do the nacelle things. 'Cause I want to see what that looks like. Actually.
Yeah, the hardline kits look really good on all the ships they do them for.
Hardline versus, yeah, and this one here. This is hazard, so it gives you like this rain protector thing here. I like this. These extra wings on the side. Also, there's lights on the tips of this, so when you turn your lights on, those have extra lights. And this thing here gives you, some lights too. But I usually don't like seeing this from the outside, you know what I mean? But I'm going to go ahead and put that on, because I haven't looked at this one yet. And then the tail, let's see, the tail, you got some more, like, if you're going off-roading, you know, you got these bars here, so if you flip over in the sand, you won't crush your ship.
Got your roll cage,
Yeah,
yep.
you got your roll cage. But I'm gonna put on these things here. These remind me of the old Republic ships. These nacelle things.
Yeah, they do have that look with the grill.
Yeah.
Like the beveled grill.
And yeah, and the grill, but also with the ovally shape of it. See anything else? You know what? I don't mind that. It looks like a metro stop. You know, if you go to a metro station and they got like this fancy like artistic thing here. That's kind of neat. But I'm gonna keep the roll cage on. And then again, this is with it off. Seems quieter. It's with it on. Let's see, red on red looks awesome, says Barefoot. It looks fine. Personally, I like the red on the darker, like the muted green. Let's see, this one looks pretty nifty though. That one looks atrocious. This is the excavation red, and this is the demolition crimson. Cockpit roll cage doesn't look like it interferes with the view too much, unlike the other roll cage kits. So that's true. Well, we'll see. Usually I opt out on the roll cage kit because it interferes, but I'm gonna see how bad it is. But for you, Barefoot, I'll go ahead and do this demolition red. See, Barefoot says, I love how it looks and flies. Have my doubts about its mining ability. Still, if we can make it jump to 70 light years would be good, but I doubt that, so not sure if you use it for the look. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, then engines. I mean, weapons I like using green. Green or purple? I want this color. No, this color. But I don't want to pay 5,000 arcs for it. Okay. Let's see. Then cockpit accessories. I like the string lights because they kind of give me a bit of a sense of the cockpit that's there. These ones here are way too bright, and these ones here are for Christmas. These ones I don't have, so I like the string there. And then one more thing, one last thing. Yoink. And then I like putting these things because I like to imagine I stole these from Barefoot. The festive gifts. Remember the festive gifts? And I stole them from Barefoot and he died. Not my fault, by the way. Alright. And then my fighter. It's going to be this cool job. Alright. One last thing. Okay, so we just did some mining. Why don't we see what next build do we want to do with? Oh yeah, look at those engines. That looks a lot better. I like that.
Oh, make sure you... yeah, whatever.
Here we go. Let's see here.
I was gonna say, do you want to look at a full cargo build?
A full cargo build. Let's do it.
Yeah, I think people want to know, like, if you stacked this thing full of cargo, like, how would it compare to, like, the Type 8 and the Python?
Let's go ahead and get my other one, because the other one is actually outfitted. Okay, so if we're doing just a full cargo build, let's look at that. Let's store all this garbage. Store multiple. Let's see here. Store all that stuff. Store all the utility. Optional. Let's see here. Store. Well, these two. I'm gonna store them anyway. Store everything here. Also, let me dump the cargo too. 1 second.
Disemboweled did ask a specific question. Can you test landing on a planet and dumping cargo if that changes the nacelle position while landed?
Alright, we'll do that. Let me just destroy everything first, and then we'll do that. Alright. So that's that. These two can only be those, so I can't put anything there, but I got rid of the limpet controller and the hanger to save on jump range. So now we're at 43, 41. Yeah, so you can only do that one. Okay, and full cargo. I mean, it's not going to be that much more. I suppose with the new like the fancy cargos, right? You'll be able to add a little bit more. But I don't have access.
What's the biggest internal it has? Is it only a 5 or a 6?
Several 6s.
Okay, so you'd be able to fit one of each of the CG specific ones.
Right.
Yeah.
So max cargo. Max cargo 288. Not that much.
Nah,
It's
nah,
not a cargo ship.
not a cargo ship.
And for miners who like to do heavy mining, like with their cutters or their bigger cargo ships, this may not be for you. However, for miners like myself, I usually just mine to around 200 or just above 200 thingamajigs.
So JD was just asking, is one of the internals locked to fighter bay? And yes.
Yes.
So one 5 is locked to only hangar bays, and the other 5 is locked to only. Is it specifically Mark II limpet controllers, or is it any limpet controller?
Any limpet controllers. but you can put the Mark
It's
II.
labeled that for some
Yeah.
reason, but okay.
So yeah, so I think it's just to remind you that, hey, by the way, you can just, you know, you can do this. See, and I wish I was in Shinrada, because then I could replace this with a shield booster. Because if the booster, this would get it to 51 light year jumps with, and if it was max cargo, this would take it to down to 256 max cargo, and 38 light year jumps fully fully loaded. Again, you're better using your Type 8 for any sort of medium landing pad cargo runs, right?
So Alex Bennis is asking, do you need a crew member to fly the fighter?
Yeah, well, you could. You don't need
You
one.
don't need one, no. So if you
mean,
don't have a crew member, it
Yeah.
will just, you can either swap in between it and your ship,
Yeah.
and you can tell your ship to like stay in place or follow you, I think.
Yeah, that's right. So if you get into your ship without a crew, into your fighter without a crew member, this like Fuber says, your ship will either follow you, or you can order your ship to stay in place. So you don't need one. And I forget.
If your intention is to have a fighter for combat and you're not doing multi-crew, you probably do want an NPC
Yeah, look at
piloting.
These seats. It's a small cockpit though. Like those are our 3D oxygen tanks. Like this is a small cockpit. So I was surprised that this was multi-crew because of the 3D life support. Because that's pretty small, yeah. Like this cockpit is about as big as, like, I mean, slightly bigger than a Cobra cockpit, yeah.
I think it's nice to see a cockpit with like you know, with like some actual considerations to the sizing. Like it's you know, it's a compact, rugged mining vessel. You're not having a luxurious bridge like a clipper or a cutter.
Yeah. All right. So that's that. Also, let me go outside. I'll disembark because the thing at the bottom goes out the back. So the exit is the only one where the exit's in the back, which is pretty interesting. That looks like
that Oh yeah, you go.
Yeah, this thing here looks like it comes down, and then like this is where the cargo goes in and out, right here. And it's got these two other ones here. I don't know what those would be for stuff. And it looks like there's a heat there. There's a heat sink there. All right, what were we gonna say?
I was gonna say, interesting to see that little back section for like open and close when you pop open the landing gear.
Oh yeah, we need to get somebody here and then close the door and see how it goes. It looks like if you're really tall, you're gonna have to like kind of like duck your head.
Duck a little.
Look at that.
Yeah.
My feet look so big. It looks like I have clown feet on.
At least it's not oversized like the what is it? The cutter's the cutter's staircase.
Man, this is such a wide. Why is it so wide, this staircase or this ramp? But like, it's so funny because like look how wide it is, right? But then look how small the door is.
Like on kind of oversized the light fixtures a little.
Yeah.
Compared to the door.
The door is like you squeeze in there. All right, Barefoot. I mean, that's not Barefoot. Disemboweled. What did you want me to do? You want us to go to the surface and do something crazy?
So, yeah, Disemboweled asked if you land on a surface and dump cargo, if it will cause the nacelles to move at all.
Oh yeah, I was playing around with that earlier. The nacelles do crazy stuff. Let me
Alright, scroll back up. Can you test landing on a planet and dumping cargo if that changes the nacelle position while landed? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll do that. also, let me go ahead and put everything back on board.
Dom's asking how big it is compared to the Type A. I don't know if we could do
Unfortunately,
a size
yeah.
comparison, but
well, wait, you know what we could do? We can, because the thing is, I don't have anyone else out here with me. So what I can do is I'll switch to the Type 8 and then go to the landing pad and look at it top down, right? And then we'll switch to this one, but they feel like
I think it's fair to
nearly the same
say,
size.
yeah, I think this was very much. It's kind of like a variant of the Type 8 in a way. Like you can see parts of it have been reused, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're relatively similar. Maybe this is like a little shorter.
Yeah. Let me look at something here. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is different. All right, so you know how like I said this class 3 here can only use the mining repeating laser or other mining stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Same with the class 2.
I think 4 slots are limited to mining equipment only.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the size 2, no, just, let's see. Just these top 3. This one and this one. These 2 on the chin can only use mining equipment. Oh, and the 1 also. Okay, so the size 2 that's on the top, that one you can use it to use other weapons. So the hard point on the top can use other weapons. The 3 hard points on the chin can only use mining weapons. So you have 2 size 2s and then 1 size 1. Then the let's see here. Okay, that one you can use whatever you want. This one you can use whatever you want. And this one also. Yeah. Okay, I didn't realize that. Let me just put everything back on board here. Yeah, so Meccan will have his work cut out for him when it comes to defeating a Hydra with this thing. Oops, I put the point defense in the wrong spot. It needs to go on the bottom.
Jesse's saying in the chat that you sound quiet. Does anyone else think Mars is quiet?
How about now? Am I quiet now?
Oh, you're a little louder for me.
Sorry. Let's see.
Give the stream delay a little time
Yeah.
to kick in.
I think it's just my microphone was kind of pushed away from my face. Mars is never quiet. Am I still never quiet? Fluber is good. Mars was better, but I think the microphone to speak up. Us old people can't hear. Am I still quiet now that I've moved the microphone? Or you guys?
You're definitely louder for me on Discord, but I
Right.
don't know if that's coming through for the people on the stream.
Let's see. I know what it is. It's if it's not louder, it's because no, it should be louder. Should be loud enough. There we go. It's because OBS has moved my mic audio lower. Is the reason? It's not a microphone issue. It's the OBS settings.
Yep, no, they're saying you're much better now.
Okay, cool. Alright, do I have everything I need? Let's see here. Okay. It's like the old days with doing not arc stuff, axe stuff, you know, going over your your fire groups. All right. Okay, so when I go into system, I do a scan, and then I'm gonna need to scan the planet. Ah, yes, I'm gonna need a, a surface scanner. Okay, not only that, I'm gonna need a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, hold on, I need to figure this out again. There we go, put that back inside. Get this. Put that back inside. And then surface scanner. Thanks, Jesse Bob, for letting me know, though. Okay, so refinery, I just use size 3. And then I will use a fuel scoop because I don't have a carrier. I can't afford one. Okay, I think that's everything. I think that's all I need. We just gotta do the things here. Okay. There's so many things, huh? Okay, surface scanner. There. Okay, that's all done. Then over here, I'll have the... Oh wait, Prospector limpet. Prospector on this side. Over here, collector limpet on 2. I usually, whenever I do mining, I usually put the collectors and the mining lasers on the same fire group. However, with the prospector and the collector being in the same controller, the collectors will eventually replace the prospectors, and then I can't use any more prospectors. So I do have to keep in mind how many are out at a time. If somebody has a better way of managing that, let me know. Okay. And then these ones here. Seismic charge and displacement missile. Actually, I want the seismic charge on that, and displacement missile on this. If we ever get to using that. The mining laser. Oh yeah, I wanted to see what the using just mining lasers was gonna be like.
Yeah, I was wondering what the difference is versus just using the repeater versus just lasers.
Yeah, let's go find that out. Okay, I think that's everything I need. Now you can hear my nose hairs flapping around. How do you know about my nose hairs? I got my haircut the other day, and the first thing that's ever happened before, maybe because I'm getting older, is they you know how like they do the razor like little, and they trim like your beard or the back of your head. The first time ever, she trimmed my ears, like on the edges, the inside edge and the outside edge of my ears. She was like, "There you go." I was like, "Oh, thanks." And now I feel old. I got these ear hairs large enough to see from, like, you know, space or something. Okay. Crew. I have my crew. He's nearly at 5 billion wages paid, and I can't wait for him to get his 5 billion, because this guy built my carrier for me. I did very little to get my carrier. Ezra Holder did all the work. Let's see here.
You didn't lose him in a fight.
No, I had him back in the day where you could lose your guy in a fight. If your ship died, then you lost your fighter pilot too, and that's why they gave you 3 of them, because you could have one. You could have a couple in reserve. But he survived. He survived all that. I can't. What's going on? I'm like soft locked. I can't get to. There we go. No, I can't get to the menu here. Oh, here we go. Fine now. Uh-oh. Oh, no, I did. If your menu locks up, go to the right panel and then hit the engineer screen. Alright, next time I'll do that. This time I forgot I could also use my mouse.
Also, do you have limpets?
Yeah. I almost said, oh, I forgot limpets, but I get limpets so automatically that I forgot that I actually already did it. This isn't the ship we look. It looks so tiny, like on the side here. It looks shorter than a Type 8. It's definitely shorter.
Definitely, yeah.
But here's the lights. The lights are there. So with the ship kit, the lights are on the edge there too. But otherwise, they are right there. Those two things on the side. Fortunately, they don't have any moving like headlamps. They're just on or off. And then with the roll cage, it comes with some lights there, so that's kind of nice. Okay, let me show you the nacelles, how they move. First, let me jump out and jump back into this place, because otherwise I have to fly 400,000 light seconds. The engine being deported with a bare bones look might contribute to the small looks. Deported. Oh, deployed? Can I just go to the other system? That's exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, yeah, that's right, Draxter. I got the pirate attraction package. I want everybody to know what I'm doing. It's kind of like when you get a racing kit, right, for your car, and it's obviously a not street legal racing kit. And you're like, "Hello, coppers! Look at me. I too am a fan of finer things." This is the only system that I know of that has a decimal in it, like 488.2. I wonder what that means. Monarch, do you know what this means? Monarch, you're our resident astronomer. Yes, the please come and kill me package. Who knows? A stealth ship package. You know what the stealth ship package is, Jesse Bob? It's like the chrome one, because it basically reflects everything around you. Alright, let's see where we want to go. Oops, wrong button. Okay, let's go land somewhere, yeah? Let's see. Let's land here. I want to see how it performs on planetary surfaces. I want to see if it overheats while upside down, like the beluga.
I mean, you know, you're trying to keep a swimming pool from not falling out of the ship. That takes a lot of energy.
You know? It doesn't matter. I put little rockets on each water drop and you should be fine. On short boosts, there's not that much of a wobble. But I would say once it gets to around the 2,500 C speed, you get a bit of a washing machine going on. But I like that it caps out at 58% heat. And the fuel consumption isn't that bad. Do I want to go to this planet? Oh, I definitely want to go to that planet. I want to see also how easy it is to land on things. Seeing it, like if it's like a pain in the ass to land, like a what's it called, a clipper, or if it's easy to land. My guess it's gonna be kind of like the Type 8, where it's landable but not that great. It's a nice little spot over here. I'm doing some colonization stuff, scouting out for a new place to land my to put my stuff. I definitely put it in a place like this. This place is cool. It looks like it's made out of Connect sand.
Those are some fantastic ridges.
Yeah, look at these ridges. So pretty. And I got the satellite dish right there.
You're collecting so much data.
So much data. So personally, I like the subdued paint job with the holographic, so that way the holographic stands out more. With the red one, I feel like the red one is a great paint job, but it like it gets its thunder stolen by the holographic. All right, so I'm gonna go try to land over here. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, look at this area here, this caldera here. That's a great spot for SRVs.
Write that one down.
Write down. Write it down.
Also, Barefoot just dropped off, so see you later, Barefoot.
Bye, Barefoot. Jesse Bob says, I worked in 45 years in electronic warfare and electronic countermeasures. Now retired, it feels good. Alright. Okay, it stops pretty well. Okay, what's the gravity here like? 0.1. Okay, there's a fall. Okay, so the Panther Clipper, granted it is a Panther Clipper, but if you hold it upside down, on most planets it'll start falling down like this because the thrusters can't hold it up. Like this. Does it drift down? It doesn't drift down. Very good. Granted, we're not at a very high G place. Okay, how does it do for landing? I saw some blue. There we go. Back. Can you find a landing spot? It's lying to me. There we go. Alright. Let's disembark.
Interesting, the hologram that shows up in the like center when you're landing
Yeah.
is with everything extended, when you'll only ever see that hologram, I assume, when you have everything in the landing configuration.
Right, look at this. Landing gear. The things are like this, but also these things are really close to the landing thing here. So if there's like
Oh yeah.
a spiky bit here, I wonder if it won't let you land. And on this side,
So you're saying this might not be good for exobiology?
I don't know. It might not be. Okay, it's good. It definitely has a very, very wide footprint. I mean, if you
Oh, yeah.
include the nacelles there, it's a very wide footprint. And then the SRV comes out here, right? I should have installed the SRV.
Oh.
Now my other question is, you know how like most SRVs come out facing backward? Will this one come out facing forward? Considering the you come out, you know, on foot in the back, whereas before you come out on foot in the front. Here's the LEDs up close.
It's using the same shader system as the holograms, like the station holograms.
Yeah, it does.
It looks like.
Let's see what the damage looks like. So damage, it just goes over it. Yeah, look at that. So Disembodied, you were asking about caustic damage. Caustic damage will be on the hull, but the LEDs hover right above it and are also indestructible. This area here, God, when we have like full instances with us having fun, this is gonna look really cool.
I like how you can bunker down in the collar there. Like you
Yeah,
can slip in between the greeble and crouch down.
yeah. Crouch down here.
Oh, you're able to slip in the sides there. It looked like.
Yeah.
And like hide in there. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. They'll never find me. You gotta be really careful here, eh? Hello, everyone. I'm nowhere to be. Don't mind my glowiness. I'm just an LED on ship. All right.
It's an active camouflage with the LEDs.
Right.
The
I
Hollow skin.
blend in. Okay, the back here. Yeah, I can't wait to go live with all you guys, so that way we can like put people inside of the hydraulics and see if we can crush them.
Juice Commander, fresh on tap.
Yeah. Yeah, squeeze commander. I mean, the first thing I want to look is if we can, like, when this thing opens up in the back here, right? Because with the other ships, these things will close and we can stay inside of it here. Like, especially with the Type-9, you can just, like, hang out in here, right? But this looks like the clearance, I mean, how far does it go? I think it doesn't go all the way flush. I think it ends right here. Oh, let's try the old trickermaroo. Can we get inside? Can we clip through it? Oh, what was the old way of clipping through the Type 8? Do you remember?
I don't think I was there for any of those streams. Quick,
Disembowel.
someone in chat, bail me out.
Ah, I can't clip
I'm
in there.
failing the pub quiz.
Can't clip in there. With Type 8, you can clip into the Type 8 into its insides. So I wanted to see the internals from like literally inside of it. Let me see here.
JD's saying it's what you're doing, but the ramp was on the other side of the ship.
Here we go. Okay, this is what it's inside here. Okay, going inside. I can see the fighter bay.
Ooh.
There. Above me. Can I go up here? I can. Alright, so we're inside the ship now. So most of it is fighter bay. I don't know where they put all the the cargo, right?
I mean, that's why I can only hold 288.
Yeah, this is the only reason. It's stupid cargo. I mean, we don't need a fighter bay, especially if there's only one fighter in it. We could do with more cargo, right? Okay, unless, as somebody said before, I forget who it was disemboweled, they expect to make new fighters, and maybe there's going to be a new mining fighter. Imagine that.
It's interesting with the fighter bay because I think it is there's some pros to having these new, like, this ship be mining specific, because a lot of people have been pointing out any ship that is good at mining is usually good at combat, because the same things you need for mining are the same things you need for combat. You need a good distributor, you need good hard point placement, and all of that stuff. So they've clearly wanted to build a ship that's just for mining and wouldn't accidentally be also a good fighter.
Yeah.
So they've had to lock down all the modules. But the fighter bay kind of, I think, did you want to say something, or can I?
No, keep going.
Yeah, the fighter bay. It's like the whole conceit of the fighter bay is that you're sacrificing something for some additional, like, combat performance. You know, because it's effectively a class 4 hardpoint. Now, I think the problem is that there are so many downsides to that that for most players, usually they would consider that just too much. Like, you have to have an NPC, they'll take your money, it isn't always optimal to use.
You steal your
And
underwear.
yeah, and instead of them buffing, what I think they need to do is buff ship-launched fighters. They're like, okay, we'll just throw it in, right? Don't give them any reason not to use the fighter bay at the end of the day, and that will encourage people to use it. So it's kind of it's a good thing that it's there. It definitely gives the ship something else,
Yeah.
but I think what they need to do is just go to the fighters and properly fix the whole system with them and make them more appealing to use, and then give people that choice. Okay, do I want a fighter bay for all the pros, or do I want more cargo? Because otherwise it's like, yeah, you just throw the fighter bay on there, and maybe you'll use it once or twice. Maybe you'll use it in multi-crew. I mean,
Maybe we'll use
the
it,
ship,
but the
yeah.
jump range, I didn't check with the jump range how that's affected with or without the cargo bay. That's something we can take a look at afterwards. But
Oh yeah, what the
I
weight
would
of the fighter
say
bay is, yeah.
just you know what, I don't need the fighter bay. I don't use even with I mean, I use a Python usually for my my run, so I don't use a Python there. I have a fighter bay there, and even when I did use the Anaconda, my Type 10 is what I used to use. That's why it's called the Omnometron. And the only reason I would take the fighter bay out, the fighter out, is to do something else, just to fly around the asteroids to have some little bit of fun. It was nice, but that one had enough cargo where I was like, oh, well, I'm not mining more than 200 tons of cargo, so I'll throw a fighter bay here. However, if this thing's a dedicated mining vessel, then I'd be like, you know what? I don't want that fighter bay. Okay, another thing. So
Yeah.
I made it into the cockpit. I've no clipped into the cockpit, and so I'm taking a look at the roominess. But there's this whole area down here. It's all where you can store your skis and your canoes. You can go out for portage. Portage. You could bring your fishing equipment. But it's funny. There's this whole area down here that's maybe they made it a little bit too small. I don't know. But yeah, so
It's kind of like how the other Lacon ships work, because they all have the bridge that kind of extends out
right.
into an open canopy.
Yeah, and then it's got
But-
all this
yeah.
unused space, which I hate, especially with the Type 7. It's like this cathedral you're sitting in. And you do not need that whole ceiling. What is it for? You're going to put a basketball hoop up there? Please, let me put a basketball hoop up there, because I can't imagine
Yeah.
why I have all that stuff. But I don't know. Maybe this is
Definitely.
sleeping arrangements
you
on
can-
here.
A lot of the earlier Lacon ships have that problem, because there's the whole thing with a lot of the earlier ships were scaled to be a lot smaller than they ended up
Yeah.
being, and that cockpit wasn't meant to be that big, is what it feels like. So whereas now they're doing the same kind of
Yeah.
visual motifs, but it's in a much smaller space.
All right, so I'm going through the door. So let's pretend there's a interior, right? Oh, it's inside. Now, of course, you can see through everything, but then take this invisible wall here. I need to navigate around it somehow. I got through it. I don't remember how. But that's the SRV bay there and the cargo cargo thing. I got through this and I don't remember how I did it. But let me go. Can I no clip through here? Let me see here. So I can no clip through here. Oh, I can't go. I can't no clip through there. Can I go outside? No. There's the oh shit handles of up there. All right, so this is what the internal of it looks like. I don't think they'll ever do internals how we're thinking of it, because it's just not the scale of what things are. The ship can have, It would be really cool, but it's just I don't think it's planned that way. What I would like, number one, not even cockpit interiors, I would just like EVA stuff. But another thing that would be really nice to have is just to be able to walk around the cockpit.
Or just having like a little mess area behind the cockpit.
Well, the
'cause then
Mamba
they
has a
can
bedroom
do that
underneath.
just with a different
It has a ladder,
Oh.
and there's a bedroom in the back of the Mamba. Let's see here. So I'll do this. All right. I want to see what the landing gear looks like when I bring it back.
Yeah, Mandalay shares the same cockpit as the Mamba, so that makes sense.
Mandalay though doesn't have the bedroom. I looked.
JD says.
It has a space.
JD's saying it does.
I think it has a space for it. It has that space underneath there, but it's not rendered the same. Am I wrong? Because I know for the it has like it looks like a bed and a desk at the bottom of the Mamba, where the Mandalay it looks like it's just like a closet. So it looks like this does close. Does give you enough space to keep a person in there. And this stuff extends. Okay, so then this comes out here. So if we put somebody right in there and then close it, hopefully that'll push them into the ship. And this thing extend out. Alright, so this is what happens when I open the cargo bay door. You want to see? Cargo bay door, and then it gets all small. And then when I land, it's in this configuration too. And let's say I use my limpet thing. Alright? So hard points deployed. That comes out. But now, if I do this, looks like, yeah, as long as this is open, then so then it does come out. If I use, oops, wrong button. If I use a limpet, it comes out and everything shrinks back up, and then it comes back out again. And I can do this. But if I open that cargo bay door again, then everything goes back in.
Did you try dumping cargo while landed?
I'm gonna do that right now.
Landing gear deployed.
I'm gonna find your little spot again.
Yeah. Yeah, I see the hologram. You're saying it's fully extended. However, that's not true to what's outside of the ship.
Yeah, it's like a bit of a. I guess it's because it's using the same model as the gimbal.
Yeah.
But it's a little weird.
Yeah, it's kind of like the same thing with there's another ship that it's the same way.
Cargo sphere retracted.
So if I dump some stuff, if I dump like 5 tons of these, I'll have to do it again. Hold on. I need to get out of this
Jump
menu.
into external cam.
Yeah. So also I need to get into this view here. Oh, that's blocking. Well, you could be able to see it through here, this view there. So let's try that again. Let's drop that 200. Yeah, no, it doesn't extend, but it wouldn't because landing mode and cargo hold opening is in the same thing.
Do you want to try doing it while you're just like, you know, you have your cargo shut and your landing gear up, and see if it like flicks into like deploying, like retreating the nacelles, and then they extend back out?
Let's see here. So if I
Because
do
if it's tied to
this-
the cargo, what is it? The cargo, ooh,
it hits.
that definitely grinds across the floor there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we've come to the end of that test. Yeah, it closes and then dumps. It like clenches. You know, it's clenching and it's taking a dump.
No, you're right, it is. Oh no.
It's like, poop. Alright, let's see how this thing does with me trying to crash it.
Let's see how she flies.
Yeah. Okay, there's not much in the way of canyons out here, but let me do this external. And this is without engines. This has engines. It just doesn't have the dirty drive, not dirty drive, the drag drive thing. I took that corner pretty well. Yeah, it's a good turn radius there.
It definitely feels like they cooked the maneuverability on this thing.
Oh yeah. Oh, I almost messed up there. So you can make really good corrections with the thrusters. So I'm pointing down a little bit too much, but using thrusters pushes me up, so I don't go at the ground. So the thrusters on this thing are pretty nice. I really like how this maneuvers. What do you think?
I think it's just like incredibly performant.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Like it's definitely like they want you, like, if you we're straight, like, yeah, like if this is like something you want to, you know, take into the asteroids and have, you know,
Yeah.
lots of maneuverability. It's not too big. It has, you know, decent storage for mined materials. Although it does sound like
Look at that. That's a- That was a vertical yaw. That wasn't
Oh, wow.
a pitch thing. That was just me yawing it. Okay, I'm gonna try to land somewhere like kind of normal-ish. Let's see if we can like land somewhere. That's just like, okay, I should be able to land here, no problem. Because I think the Type 8 has that problem where like you try to land somewhere and it just won't.
It's very big in terms of like landing profile.
There we go. Yeah, it's pretty easy to land. I don't know. I bet once I get into my regular game and I try to land, it's just not gonna do it. Like, well, you land for me fine in the test server. What's going on? I love that little satellite dish thing. That's so cool.
Plays nice on the preview, but then in the actual game, it's like, nah,
Right. No thanks.
don't want to do that.
Landing gear retracted.
If you're trying to get out of dodge, it's pretty good for that.
Yeah, this Bald's just saying in the chat, incredibly maneuverable for a ship that spends 95% of its time standing still and putting a laser at an asteroid.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I'm doing
I mean, you say...
a barrel
Oh,
roll
yeah,
with my yaw.
Oh my goodness. I mean, you say waiting on Limpets is about... I mean, the modified... What is it? The Mark II controller has 8 Limpets.
Yeah.
Like, you have so many of them that you're not going to be waiting around for them. And, honestly, that's one of the things I am hoping for out of this sort of, like, you know, ship being added, is that we get those buffed collectors for other ships, because my Type-9 build would, you know, be a lot better off with, like, something more space efficient.
It'll probably be like with the cargo racks. There'll be a CG, right? And
Yeah, fingers crossed.
it'll be instead of size 5, it'll be a size 4 and a size 2.
Yeah, and it'll give you, like, +2 or +1 extra limpet, something like that. I mean, they did that. Yeah, they're likely to be for the other premium ships, but they did do the pre-engineered cargo racks.
Yeah.
So they might do similarly, if that's any precedent. Which, you know, it's the one time I think they've really done this. Is like they'll do a CG where you get some pre-engineered, like, you know, limpet controllers, but. Yeah, I imagine they'll keep these locked to the Prospector, or sorry, the Type-11 for a while. I think there's a general feeling I've been having with all of these ships.
Yeah.
In that I hope sometime down the line they are going to look at buffing the base ships, like whenever they're done with this run of new ships, because especially during streams I've been seeing a lot of people flying Mandalays and not much else.
Yeah.
Mandalays and Panther Clippers, and like if they don't do anything, like people will not be flying the older ships at all, especially if they're going to replace all the
Yeah, I haven't seen a Asp Explorer in ages.
Yeah. And it's like, if they don't go through and like buff all the older ships, people will have no reason to fly them, and it's just a little sad. Well, I am being nice. It's not just a little sad. I think it's kind of, you know, ruining an appeal of this game and like the diversity of ships available and what you can do with them. But yeah.
Yeah,
All
I
the
like the
other ship
Mandalay
businesses-
for running around, but when I get to nitty gritty of doing stuff, there are other things I use. But like in terms of combat ships, I only either use the Corsair or the Python Mark II.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
when I
exactly.
switch over, we had that one CG where we were doing a lot of combat stuff, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna use my Corvette, and I used my Corvette, and it was fine. It was fine, but it took much longer to kill stuff with the pacifiers on the what's it called, the Corsairs. It was just like, man, it's so much faster. I mean, granted, I can last more runs in the Corvette.
You're a tank in the Corvette.
Yeah, before. Well, it's not even that. It's just ammo. I run out of ammo.
You just have. Okay.
And so I can last much longer in the Corvette for just straight play without having to go to a station. But then we had that CG where the station was in the combat zone. Wow.
Oh, right in there.
I think I went too far.
Yeah, your hull's not looking a little good.
Yeah, I don't need hull where I'm going.
Frameshift.
Who needs hull when you have...
You're just gonna bang into rocks.
I'm just
Don't
gonna
worry
bang
about
into
it.
rocks. There's no bad guys out here anyway. That's why I don't usually run around with shields. Cause oops, I did it again. That's fine. I don't run around with shields because there's no bad guys out here. There's no like pirates in like these random spots. And if it's players, I'm dead no matter what. There's no shaking what's gonna happen to me there.
There's no point. Yeah.
There's no point. It's like, oh, I have a fighter. You know, maybe I'll desync them. That's my only hope. It looks cool.
Oh no, they have done a good job with the visuals on this one, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like
And again, I love it that it's offset. I think that's kind of cool. What ship is it off of? Is it a Type 8? Yeah, I guess so, right? Which is funny because that's based off of another ship.
Well, the Type 8 is, I think it was meant to be like a variant of the Type 7, but I think in design it wasn't really. Like other than the.
It more looks like a Type 6 that's been like really like highly modified.
Yeah, because the Type 6 and the Type 7 share the same cockpit design, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but in this case, it's the docking collars where the antenna is attached to. That I'm pretty sure that central like column through the middle, that was a feature on the Type 8. That's what makes me think that this is, you know, a bit of this is based on the Type 8 at the very least.
It is more fun to fly through these rocks. I'll tell you that much. All right, I'm gonna start mining here. Okay, and get my thingamajig here. Hopefully, I won't run into it. See what happens. There we go. Limit drone away. Now let's follow it. We need to do a stream where we're mining. So that'll be fun. Great.
We wanted to try mining like liquid oxygen or something for some of the colonization stuff we've been doing. Maybe we could try that.
Is liquid oxygen? You could just buy it.
I mean, you can, but like I don't. If you wanted like a reason for mining, is my
Right. Oh, I see.
We want to mine some resources to deliver to our builds.
Some tritium here. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and mine this. Okay. So with the old system, okay, here's a bunch of mining lasers. All right. Let's do the old mining lasers. Let's just see how it does. How it do. I need to put my collector limpets on here.
So Alpha in the chat says medium ships are better for core mining. Surprised they didn't optimize it for that, but from everything, it looks like this ship is pretty well built for that. Like it's good maneuverability. It's small to get in. That was like a big selling point they were making on the thing, is that you can pull the nacelles in, so you can get in between the core mining and stuff. But yeah, no, especially because the abrasion the repeater can do abrasion mining. I saw that it does break up the abrasion spots pretty easily. What was the? Is it not? It doesn't give you as much resources as using a proper abrasion blaster. Is that what they said? What I've
it's a less efficient abrasion blaster. Okay, now I just did all mining lasers there. You definitely deplete the rock faster, but I think with the other one, you get a higher yield of stuff.
Yeah, with the repeater, you have a chance of getting high density fragments.
And then I started overheating just at the tail end of that. But otherwise, 4 pips into WEPs definitely can keep you going. Okay, now let's go ahead use the other one.
Yeah, I guess there's just some confusion around the abrasion blasting thing, because from what I saw, it's pretty effective at knocking those off.
Yeah.
And all you need is one or two of the rounds to hit it.
Yeah.
But if it gives you less, like the fragment that breaks off gives you less than if you hit it with an abrasion blaster, that would make sense for it being less efficient.
Yeah.
But I don't think it actually does that. I think
No.
you
Yeah,
get the
yeah,
same
because it just,
thing.
it's kind of like it's like kind of like they got the gun from the Scorpion, and you know how like you first fire it just goes all over the place. It's like, how about we just don't improve the aim accuracy and make it into a mining laser? Yeah, I'm gonna get some tritium from here. I'm gonna use the mining volley. Oh, it just goes everywhere. Look at that. But yeah, I mean, you could definitely hit something with this.
I was watching Psychic and she was like really easily able to hit the abrasion spots with it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit more difficult than using the abrasion blaster because you don't have the lead targeter, I think. But I mean, if you target an abrasion spot, maybe it'll give you that. But because it's a little less accurate, it's spraying so much. It's so easy.
So if you ever thought to yourself, you know what I could use more of? Firing at rocks. This is for you. Because you're going to be firing at this rock. Oops.
Oh, you can hit your...
I hit my own things.
Load your limpet with it. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever done that with a mining laser. That's interesting.
That's funny. Also, I was making more collectors and I accidentally killed the collector, the prospector. That's right here. So that's one thing I don't like about this new prospector, multi-prospector, is that you can accidentally delete the prospector while you're deploying more collectors. Now, hopefully I'm doing this wrong and someone can correct me. But I'm gonna fire another prospector onto the same rock that I was firing at, because I don't think I was finished. Yeah, I wasn't done. There's 25% more.
What's your yield like for this one?
I kind of wasn't paying attention to the first one.
I can run back on the stream.
Oh
I
wait,
think.
I'm too far away.
If someone doesn't beat me to it.
I'm gonna keep firing too to see if... Yeah! That's what's happening. I'm shooting the collector limpets. Hold on. I just keep firing. Okay, those survived. That one just ran into the rock. That wasn't me. I'm so happy that it doesn't have an ammo on it.
I mean, it's like a laser torpedo. It would not compete with like a laser miner.
Oh, look at
so
that! I shot one. I shot one of my things.
You shot another one?
Yeah, it'll shoot one of your collector limpets. Because when they come back out, they go at the rock, and depending on what cycle the fire is at, it'll hit them.
So it looks like from that first rock you refined 2 tritium.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like looking back at the VOD.
I have 2 now, and then in the tank I have 95% of another.
Mm.
Yeah, I think we would do like some side-by-side comparison.
It's hard because you need to find some rocks that are the exact same as each other.
Well, you know, if
I
we
don't know
do
if you can
map,
relog.
well, if we can map mine, or relog.
Yeah. Will relogging give you a fresh rock if you just like if you keep staring at it? I don't remember if that works.
Yeah, does anybody know if you find a good rock, can you just log off, log back on?
So Grubble X did mention the second rock you tried was 8% tritium instead of 15%. So if you got, 2 tritium from both, one using the one with a lower percentage, that would seem to indicate that it's getting you a better yield.
Yeah. Now if we
disemboweled is if you reload you'll get teleported.
Okay, so but there are mapped sites, right? So if we relog if we use the first waypoint on a mapped mining trip, right? And then we fire at that with lasers, then relog and go back to that first waypoint, we can recreate different yields, yeah?
So Disemboweled says, so the rocky one has to be close to a POI, so like a station. And unless they broke stuff again, then depleted stuff should reset in 3 hours. So you're not going to be able to do it unless you wait 3 hours.
Question mark. So this about, so if, let's say if you mine a place that's mine mapped, right? And I happen to be in that same area, like, you know, maybe in a PG or whatever, my own thing, and I go there, will that register as depleted for me also, or is it just for client only? Only core asteroids in that case. Okay. Okay, this one is 25% tritium. Was the first rock I did 25%?
The first rock was 18%. Was it? It was 15%. Excuse me.
15. Okay, this one's 25. Okay, I'm just gonna see what happens with the mining volley here. Okay. By the way, all of my limpets seem to be alive. How many do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can do one more. 7. Nope. I had 8 out. Okay, so that means I need to put my prospector back, shoot another one out here. No! Okay, I've all 8 collector limpets out, and I can't use a prospector now. That's annoying. That's so annoying. Anyways, I want to see if I can crush. I just don't need to crush one collector limpet so I can use so I can use my thing. I have it run into it. There we go. Oops! I've murdered 4 of them. There we go. Now I can use my prospector. What a stupid thing. Okay. Okay, then 1, 2. It says I have 1 more collector, right? I can fire 1 more without losing my prospector. Let's see. Okay, good. Alright, there. Fire! Okay, I'm gonna angle it this way. Because now, okay, Fluber, see how the materials are falling off to the side? Oh no, now they're going right in front of me. Oh god.
Yeah, if you find a rock with a higher rotation,
Yeah.
they should spin, like whenever I
Ah!
find in the mining, oh no!
They're gonna get shot! Run!
I feel bad for the limpets.
There we go. Okay, we're fine here. Now they're going off to the other side. So you do have to be a little bit careful of what you're shooting at. Look, they go through. They're going through my cockpit.
They've always done that. They don't care.
Ah, watch out!
Go right through it. Oh, that's.
There we go. I depleted it.
Oh, that one almost got hit, but you stopped firing.
Wow, you know, if you thought mining wasn't exciting enough, just use this thing, eh? Okay, so I'm done collecting all this stuff. That was pretty fast, actually. Now I'm up to 13 from 4. And in the tank I have 40%. of another one.
Collector limpet expired.
And collector limpet, my infinite lifespan collector limpet just expired, and I don't know why.
Collector limpet expired.
Look, they're dying. Why are they dying? If they're supposed to last
Well,
forever.
they don't last forever. That's just from Prospector. They definitely have a time limit. The collectors
no,
are probably just like aerated.
No, collectors are expiring, not the prospector.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. The collectors do have a time limit, but because the the module has a prospector in it, it's showing the highest time, I guess, which is technically infinite.
Ooh, this one's 30% low temperature diamonds. That's a good one.
Asteroid
Global says 15% laser, 2 tritium, 8% volley, 2 tritium. Oh, I see. So yeah, it is kind of double. See, 25% volley, 9. Remove 1 ton from previous batch, so 8. Alright, so this one, should I do this one just the lasers? This is 30%. So we can the reason for that, just so we can see the difference between lasers and the and volley. Volley I did at 25% for the other one. So yeah, volley looks to be double. Right now I have 50% of a low temperature diamond. Volley's double, even a bit more maybe. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna do this one here. This one's just lasers. You know, Fluber, it's funny because like, if we double up the amount of yield with the volley, right? Okay, just as I get to 95% heat, I'm done. So if we're able to double up the yield with the volley, but it takes double amount of time to get them out, it's almost like you're getting 2 rocks to 1, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of have like you have 2 20% worth of fun cargo in one.
Mm-hmm. So wait, so if you strip this thing out and set it up for all, full mining lasers,
Yeah.
and weapon focus distributor, you could probably mine a rock out even faster. So you're saying that it's like an equivalent rate?
Not really. I'm saying it's because you won't find, let's say this one was a 30% low temperature diamonds, right? You're not gonna find 2 30% right next to each other with lasers.
That's a good point. Yeah. The consistency of,
Yeah.
if you find a really good rock, because that's a lot of time spent mining is spent looking for the rock you want specifically, and with a good percentage. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
It still wins out.
So this one I have 8 tons with lasers from a 30%, and I have 20% in the tank. Yeah, so Global agrees. Says, yes, you gain the time still with the volley because you get 2 asteroids worth in 1. Alright. Okay, so you get more bang for your buck, especially with the bigger things. You'll be able to finish rocks faster with regular lasers, but
Asteroid scan complete.
you won't get the benefit of basically getting double.
Prospector limpet failed. Collector
Yeah, a 40 to 60% area. I know of a couple mind mapped ones. I haven't been to them in years though. I can't believe it's been years since we've done mind mapping for there.
I don't think I've ever done mind mapping. I've
It's
always
pretty-
just mined
what-
casually.
Yeah, it's fun because it's kind of like a puzzle.
Asteroid scan.
So you basically look at photos that somebody took, and you have to match it with what you're looking at, and you have to find them. And sometimes it can be a pain in the butt, but I kind of enjoy it. We did it once for a stream. Here's low temperature diamonds, 25%. I'm gonna use the volley.
Complete.
Does that also give you more? Actually.
God damn it! I shot one. What do you say?
Disemboweled. So how many TL is it for Panther Clipper just one asteroid? It looks like 50% of the material is not. I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking engineering materials. Does this increase the amount of those you get?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
Just mining fragments, it improves the rates on.
You have to be really careful not to shoot your own limpets. Wow, those I shot 2 of them. You know, I didn't. Oh, look at that fragment. It's huge.
Yeah, those are the big ones. Those are like the ones you usually only get out of
Look at these small ones.
Cores,
You can't even
yeah.
see them. So they're literally
Hello.
bigger. Hello.
Oh, hello. Hello, Ultramarine.
How are you guys doing?
Doing alright. I was gonna say I didn't like the circle holding pattern that the limpets have these days, but they actually make it easier to count how many you have deployed.
Well, you didn't like only being able to count up to, what was it, 6?
Right.
Didn't they overlap each other?
Yeah, they
a lot
overlapped each other.
before?
Yeah. Alright, so they're all here. So now I have 17 low temperature diamonds. That was a 25% ter. And in the tank I have 19%. And Global has been doing has been doing the math for us.
Disemboweled, I thought that you occasionally got tier 2 resources out of asteroids as well. Tier 2 trading mats.
Oh, drop something so I can pick it up. Okay, cool. Global says, interesting. What's interesting? What did you find?
Asteroid scan complete.
It was a 9.2 ton for that volley.
Programming equilibrium. Prospector limpet failed.
So I came into the stream late.
Yeah,
How do you like the handling?
it's amazing.
far?
The handling is fantastic. Yeah, we were just on a planet, and I was like
Asteroid scan.
going over mountain ridges and doing barrel rolls with just just the yaw, and it was doing really great. Jaco Flacco says this makes me want to run out and deck out my Panther Mark II with mining lasers. I want to do that too, actually. I haven't
Prospector limpet
done a Panther Mark II.
I have a build for it, I just never
Build.
finished my Panther Mark II miner. I don't know if I will.
I was just gonna say on the handling, it's like with like with these ships, it feels like there's usually a couple of things they kind of just give these new ships as pros, as like, and I'd consider it like, you know, a bit of power creep. Not that it's bad to like give these ships a good thing. It's just like, you know, it further makes the other ships irrelevant, and like the fact that this thing has amazing handling.
Hey, look at this.
When it's got so many other pros, feels like it's like, oh wow, they're really buttering you up here. Like they're really,
Yeah.
yeah. And then
Like-
the amount of collector limpets as well. That's the other thing.
Yeah. Like from a game perspective, yes, but from like if this was an actual real life universe, the tech would be advancing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, absolutely, and that, I think in law that argument can be made, but it's like if the
Yeah.
tech is advancing, why can't older ships get retrofitted? And that's because there's the financial incentive. But I don't want to read about that on the stream.
Yeah. But also the older ships, like, will the frames handle it? Does that make sense?
I think you can justify anything.
Yeah.
I won't
do
go into
wonder
it
if
too
they-
much, but oh yeah, so you go.
I do wonder, like, if when they stop releasing new ships, will there be CGs to retrofit the old ones?
Yes. No, I'm really hoping that's something they'll do, because otherwise the fleet is just going to be a lot more boring. Because I
Or
made the
will
comment
there
earlier,
just be-
everyone. Oh, sorry, you
Instead
go.
of like a CG for every single ship, will they just do one that gives us an optional or utility slots or utility modules for SCO stabilization?
If
That would be
we're
an-
really considering that, I think they have to just buff ships like outright, because
Yeah.
even if they just gave you the option to install a class 1 module that made them perform better in SEO, it's like the Panther Clipper can hold so much more compared to any other large
Well,
ship.
It'd be questionable whether it would work on the new ones or not. But like the reason I said the utility slots is it would kind of make sense with how, or like with my understanding of what SCO is, or not SCO, Supercruise is basically warp drive, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you have utility mounts on the outside of the ship helping stabilize the field while it's going faster than it should, it makes sense. Does that make sense? Or if that makes sense.
Yeah, if you're really thinking about it from a lore perspective, but I don't think that would be healthy, because the ships would all still, you'd have to drop a utility in
Yeah.
order to have that as a plus. and
Alright,
it's
this
like,
one
no,
has
Yeah.
10.72% of low temperature diamonds. I'm gonna do a volley on this one.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't want to shut you down. Oh, sorry. Oh my God.
There's a.
Ultramarine.
See, look at it.
There's-
I
There's
am wording.
that big chunk. I wonder if that's the chance for making those big chunks come out.
You might be hitting an abrasion mining spot. Check your contacts.
No, they're just regular stuff. There's another big chunk right there. Wonder if that's one. There you go. There's that big chunk there. I think that might be a big chunk of another material that I've told to ignore.
Yeah, that makes sense. Grobel, it was mentioned that the large fragments, it's a chance to get those. So it would make sense that it's not a consistent ×2, but depending on the size of the asteroid and your RNG, it might.
Alright, so that one, I'm now up to 19 low temperature diamonds, and I'm at
Ooh.
98%. Relying
Yeah,
on
that's an interesting one.
relying on Global to do the math here for me. See,
Thank
Disemboweled
you,
says you could get more meta alloys with this from the meta alloy places. That'd be cool.
Mira said, honestly, if it were the only ship that could mount a reverse engineered Thargoid tractor beam, that would be so much more interesting than a Mark II controller or collector controller.
Yeah. Yeah, oh my god, tractor beam. That would be so much more interesting. You're right. Yeah, because then we don't have to do these limpets anymore. Oh, imagine that would just like change the world. Could you imagine not having to buy limpets anymore?
That would be a different kind of mining.
Yeah.
as
However,
So-
they can only use
initially mentioned.
they can only use one at a time though. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Well,
I
if
could
you
easily
get it
see a
lined
way
up
to
right,
balance
if you get it lined up right, like in early mining without limpets, you had to line up your ship just right so that the parts would pop off the asteroid and go straight into your cargo scoop.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, like once
So
things
if
are
you-
popped off, you could just use the tractor beam to pull in all this stuff. You don't have to.
Yeah.
You have multi
I didn't think of
emitters,
that.
and then everything just gets pulled in. That'd be really cool.
Dredger ship where you scoop the entire asteroid and hand mine it inside the ship.
Right, with tin pans.
pickaxes and and shovels.
Yeah.
Hydraulic.
It turns into DRG,
Wait, DRG.
a deep rock galactic.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
You gotta get in there. And
All right,
find out.
Global. We'll make sure we don't do a 10% rock next time. We'll do. Usually my cutoff is 15%. What's your guys' cutoff for mining stuff? Where like you're like, no, I'm not gonna mine that.
I don't really have one.
Yeah, I tend
Like,
to just
if
go
you
for
follow
anything
me
that's fine.
when I'm mining, there's
Yeah.
just a strip through the asteroid field that is bare.
I usually cut off like around 15%. I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna keep going. Can the ship
sweets and chat.
find
Oh, sorry, yeah, you
cores?
go.
Faster than normal. I don't think so. How would it find cores faster? Because like the pulse scanner, right? That's what helps you find the cores. And usually they're in fixed locations too.
Yeah, they are.
So again, you'd have to wait
if you
for.
map out a hot spot and mine all the cores, come back a week later, the cores will be back.
Right.
If I'm remembering that, and they haven't changed it.
No. That's why I don't do cores, because a lot of times the places I go to, I try to go to, that are known for being core places, they're all mined out.
How it's different for each person, though.
Is it?
Yeah, each
Because
core
we were just talking about this with Disemboweled, and he said that the cores are the same because that's why sometimes you go somewhere and like there's all these like this dust balls all over the place. Am I wrong?
No, I've gone to a mining field and found cores already busted open. Like that's absolutely synced between players.
Okay. Even in solo?
Yeah, no, it's on the BGS end. I'm pretty sure.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
So wherever you're going to get your cores, don't tell anyone. That's what that means.
Huh.
Now I'm trying to think where I read that.
I mean, who knows? It might not always be consistently synced. And that could cause it to.
Here we
not
go.
happen,
Triium,
but-
16%. Alright, here we go. I'm
Big
going.
money, big money.
Big money. I'm gonna use mining volley on this.
So are you guys still working on that big tier 3 station?
You mean
We
Jake?
finished it.
Yeah, finished it.
Yeah.
I never did get out there, real life stuff.
Oh, don't worry. We're planning to take over the whole area. We're gonna create a whole new empire.
Have you talked with your neighbors?
No, I'm leaving that up to
Might
JD.
want to.
I know.
Another streamer or let's see, who is it? Is it okay to mention another streamer on
Yeah,
your
it's fine.
stream?
Yeah.
So Stargoid was the faction leader that got to the Colsack first.
Oh yeah.
And a group has come in and basically kicked him out.
I did hear about that.
yeah.
His whole faction has stopped building in the Colsack. So all those systems are now dead systems, basically. Actually, his 3 factions. But,
Yeah. I think what we want to do is we probably want to talk to anyone else who like is intending to do a lot of
Because there's
DPS
2
stuff,
other
because
player factions out there.
in the do we know if they're both player factions?
Yeah,
The-
yeah,
the
because
Nobles of
it says Nobles of Dagger and there's
Defense
another
Force.
one.
And you might get another one, Imperial Cartographics.
Yeah.
But that would be for my alt. So,
Okay.
Okay, so we
my
did
alt's
down.
about to become
I've
the
seen Earth
leader.
Defense Force and Nobles of.
So this place was a
Dagger.
Triium place. This one now we're up to 18 Triium with 17% in the tank. What's that bring us up to now for?
Oh, that's actually a good point. Disemboweled mentioned if you have time, if you can go to the planet and test the increased pulse range on the armor suit.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
that's a good
what?
idea. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me get what? Oh, do you have the notes? Do you want to go through them, Mars? Because
No, you go through the notes. It's because I'd have to tab out to look at them.
Yeah, you're fine. I've just got the stuff that the burp hit dropped on.
Yeah.
everyone,
Yeah,
like,
I got the
as soon
same.
as they were able to go public with it.
Right. Yeah, I have the same
Please
information as he does. So yeah, go ahead and read it out.
Yeah, I just gotta scroll all the way in the chat.
My favorite thing though, Ultramarine, this is gonna flip your mind is now you can cancel or demolish colonization places.
Ooh.
But yeah, go on with the
Ooh,
scanning.
actually,
So
is this
yeah.
completed buildings or building sites?
Both.
both. It
Oh,
seems like. So let me go through these. So we've got the organic sampler scanning range is going to be adjusted from 75 meters to 750 meters. Now I did see
That's
it
nice.
mentioned in the someone dropped a screenshot from the official Discord that they might tune that based on performance and based on how well it works. So it isn't guaranteed to be 750 meters. Second is colonization construction efforts and fully constructed facilities will be able to be demolished or cancelled. Colonization commodity requirements will be listed when selecting the system on the galaxy map or selecting the facility on the system map. Now, I don't know if that means for everybody or just the creator of just the person who is managing the colony. But that is
Administrator.
nice not having to dump. Yeah, the administrator. It'd be nice not having to dive into the system map constantly. And the last one, Frontier are also introducing a new tool which will allow commanders to change their name at a cost of 500 arcs.
Oh. Well, I should have used my free one.
Yeah, we just don't know what the parameters are on changing stuff. Like if you can only change once per month, or like let's say you want to change back to your an old name.
And that's one thing I've like. The one reason I haven't changed yet is I didn't know if it would change like my first discoveries on that account. Would it change the name there?
I don't think so. I don't think it changes those. Because you can clear
name
clear
changes
save.
have been done before. What you were saying?
Yeah, you can clear save and it'll still have the old names.
Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
Yeah, I was gonna. There's a point that JD mentioned that it'll be interesting to see if you get refunded any arcs if you demolish a system which you've named. Because otherwise that's going to be a sore spot for sure.
Yeah, that and also
And also, like I said, with Stargoid, how they basically left the Colsack.
Yeah.
If they really are like get fully kicked out, they can demolish the system down to an outpost. Now.
Asteroid
Oh.
complete.
Yeah. So
Collector
this is to all the BGS people listening. Be careful who you take a system from. Because if that person's vindictive, they can demolish the system you just took.
Wait.
Wait,
Nah?
wait, say that again? How? Wait, you need to have administration of a system in order to demolish buildings, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
but if a BGS group takes a system
Oh.
that the administrator didn't want you in, and they can't get their system back to who they want to be in control of the system, they'll demolish
Oh.
the system potentially.
They'll demolish the station and just reset it. I see.
Or
I
just
see.
like if it's such a big group that's coming after their system and they don't want them there, they could take the system down to an outpost. From a very high functioning system down to an outpost.
That is going to be interesting. Yeah.
That's gonna be a very outlier sort of thing, because a lot of variables are gonna be there. But yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
But
on that sort of thing.
disemboweled, it does hurt the faction that took the system if they were planning on using that system for something.
Yeah, like
that
if
was
you
the
made
most
like
developed
a
system in the
yeah.
area.
Okay,
I
now I'm using
imagine
lasers
that-
on
Oh,
a.
sorry, yeah.
It was a 14.48% low temperature diamond. Using lasers here. So now I've already finished
Okay.
mining it, but it's again it's gonna be more about the yield. Alright, go on. Sorry, Flipper.
Yeah, no, you're good. I wanted to make sure the focus is on the Type-11, but that will be interesting because that means very highly coordinated player groups with lots of players will probably be able to take advantage of that to demolish and then quickly rebuild, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like if you're a player group that has the numbers, because that determines how quickly you can do stuff regarding colonization is purely numbers, player numbers.
And
I
people
can
with time.
see large groups snowballing areas via something like that.
Yeah, JD
I don't
says
know. That'll be
wonders
interesting.
if you can delete the primary station. Imagine, let's say you could delete the primary station. I wonder if there's a requisite that there must be another outpost in the system before you do that. So that way you can't just like delete everything to the point where then you can't build anything going forward.
I would imagine they'll probably take the most simple thing if you just cannot delete the primary port. That feels
Oh.
like
That would be my guess too.
Yeah,
Let me see if I can delete
feels like what they would do.
anything here. No, it won't. It doesn't show me my colonies in this build. Let me see if I can even look at them.
Can you claim one if you've got time for that?
Right. No, I mean I could not just claim it. See if I could like demolish my claim or something. No, that doesn't work. I think HIP 1654.8. That's my main place, but I don't.
If you had
think
the time,
it's-
you could probably claim you could pull out the Panther Clipper and claim an outpost system very quickly
Right.
and see.
See if I
yeah.
could demolish it. No, I don't have it.
What's it
It's
like?
not. It's not under anything I've been to in this test build.
An outpost would be what, 16 trips in a Panther Clipper?
Yeah.
Or no?
So Arctic
19
Suite says, from what I see here, the actual laser mining setups are way faster. It's true that it is faster to deplete a rock, but let's say you're at a rock that's 30%, right? With the new mining thing, it takes longer to get rid of it, but you get twice as much from it. So sure, you'll be able to get rid of that 30% rock faster with lasers, but then you're gonna have to find another 30% to match the output, the yield of the new laser.
So Disemboweled just said you can claim Drop the beacon and try to demolish the construction site.
Say that again. Oh,
Disemboweled said you could claim a system,
yeah.
drop the beacon, and then try to demolish the construction site.
All right, I'll try that. First, let me go and let's go to a planet and test the new thing, the new scanny do. First, actually, you know what? I do want to find.
That will be very helpful on pitch black planets,
Yeah.
which
Or
I
finding
do have
the bacteria.
Yeah, I do have a first discovery of a bacteria. I think it's within 40. It's in between 40 and 60 light years from Shinrada
Yeah.
on a planet that you couldn't see it. I just happened to get lucky and land at a impact site, I think
yeah.
it was, and just was like, I'm gonna check. Hopped back out of the SRV.
I got a
thing
first
for
discovery
Pulse
the other day in whose system were we in the other day? Was it? I
But
think
yeah, I
was
found that
it
one and then
Mikey's?
was stubborn enough to find the other two.
We were in Mikey's, and remember when we were jumping off the cliffs and going skiing and all that kind of stuff? And then we were there was that one plant that was like a tulip. I turned it in, and it turns out I was the first one to discover it. So I kind of accidentally stole that from either Mikey or Darkstar, who had that planet.
Was it the green planet?
It was the one with the mountains. It wasn't your
Okay.
planet.
Yeah, I think I claimed the. Someone else might have claimed it first. I'm not sure.
Is there a way to know whether or not you're the first one during the 3 scans? Is there a thing that shows you like, hey, guess what? You better find the other 2 scans because this is gonna be a first, a world first.
No.
System
Yeah.
map.
That'd be nice.
System map planet biologicals. And if
Oh, it will show
there's
it there?
no name underneath the biological that you're currently scanning, it's a first discovery.
Oh. Cool.
Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone.
Yeah, it's like a hidden little feature that like not many people might see or notice.
Alpha Zulu says FDev is still testing the new changes, so it's unlikely it's been implemented in this test server.
Engaged.
That makes sense. I think the notes in the email said some. Now that I think about it. All right. Okay, yeah. So I think they're saying that we'll be also introducing the following changes and features. But the way it's worded, I can't tell if that means introducing into the test build or into the next in next week.
I imagine it'll be the next update because these sound like all of these sound like simple changes, other than the demolishing and destroying
Right.
system like stations.
Let me go to a place. Let's go find somewhere. The only thing about the test system stuff is that every place you've been to before, you haven't. it'll register like you have to go there to get any sort of like data. Okay, let me fly towards Shinrana.
No, it wouldn't do that. I hope they don't leave an exploit like that.
What?
I was just thinking like demolishing buildings. So say you built up to build the tier 3. Then you delete all the support building, or like the
Oh.
buildings that gave you the points for the tier 3, and then you build those again. Will it give you those points again?
Wow. Yeah, that's a thing.
I hope, like, it depends on if it's was a static count or a dynamic count. Like the system is constantly checking. Does he have enough points for this?
Right. That's the one thing I'm worried about in that regard is like say you build up the infrastructure to make a tier 3 and then you make the tier 3 and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have put it around this planet, I should have put it around this other planet. and you delete it, you demolish it, does it give you the points back?
Yeah.
That's more so than the materials took to make it. Like,
Yeah.
otherwise
and then there's
you'll
also
brick.
the question of demolishing requirements.
Yeah.
I
That's a
would
really
like
good question.
like maybe not full demolish, but move. Like
Oh
you
yeah.
go land, pick up the materials that you used to build the first one, and transport it to the new construction site.
All right. By the way, I'm jumping while fuel scooping, and I got to 119%.
I really hope it doesn't take arcs to demolish.
No, it doesn't.
That will.
They didn't
Piss
mention
me
that
off.
at all.
No, the
And
only thing they mentioned
they mentioned
arcs.
arcs for. Oh, sorry, you go.
Yeah, the name change is the only thing they mentioned arcs.
Yeah, and I feel like if they mention name changes for arcs, they would mention it
Yeah.
for destroying and demolishing.
Unless they're listening to the stream and heard me mention about the spite or like system spiting.
I mean, I wouldn't really call arcs a deterrent, because again, that it's like financial incentive, like putting down money for stuff isn't always a good deterrent, and if someone is determined enough, they will just do it anyway. You have to have like moderation controls for that. So. That's why the story of that one person who got their that system sniped from them. It's like they definitely need to bring in some changes around.
Oh.
Who can claim
Girl.
systems off of
It's
a.
been happening
a new colony.
everywhere.
Yeah, Grobo, you make
Apparently,
Yeah.
there's this one guy going around and just sniping systems from people. He figures
Yeah,
out
and
where they're going, figures out the timing, and takes the Earth-like worlds from them.
Grobo, you
just
make
sits on
a good point there. That kind of explains why there's some inconsistencies in the different yields. So the new weapon has a chance to produce a higher density fragment similar to those found via abrasion blasters. So it's like those big things we saw, right?
Yes.
So
And so it has a higher
random
chance.
to abrasion blast. The
Right,
whole
but
thing.
it also, in the same vein, like I'm going for low temperature diamonds or tritium. However, there's water, there's some other stuff out there, so it has a chance of one of those things being the things that pops up. However, seeing how long it takes to blast through a rock, the higher percentages of whatever you're aiming to mine will give you a higher percentage of that thing popping up as the higher yield thing.
But yeah, just quickly jumping back to the person sniping, it sounds like they're using some kind of scripting, and they're like making calls directly to the game's backend. So that is,
like a simple thing would be treat the newly built station as a fleet carrier. Settings, like they have their own docking privileges. The people who are friends and squadrons can dock at it and request a colony of the person of the system architect for a day, or if it's too hard to do, a separate timer until the station comes fully online, and then the station is now free docking.
No, it's something like that, and obviously they need to figure out whatever's happening on the back end. If this person is using like a direct, like server, like script to server exploit to like bypass having to land on the station at all.
I know when I was building the bridge down near Aditi, I had two people sitting on the orbital or on the construction platform with full loads, and either myself or if I was one of the people with a full load, the other person is in the fastest ship they have available in Supercruise within 1 megameter, so that they could instantly drop at the newly constructed station and dock as soon as the two people sitting on the construction site deposited the materials.
Yeah.
So there was no way someone could come in with one load, finish the station, and get to there before we could.
Yeah. No, I heard they used like a trick to like get their player directly onto the newly built like station immediately as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like so the story it was put up on Reddit, but basically they had planned out everything. There's apparently some way so that as soon as the station is finished building, you can immediately load in and be on the station, like on the newly built station. So and yeah, and they well, so the people doing like who were trying to make like so the people who were building the bridge, they were using it to make sure that the commander who was doing all of the construction would be first to land on the pad. Like so they basically they had their friends dump the rest of the cargo. They loaded in with this trick. They immediately loaded it on the station, and it had already been claimed by the person doing the sniping.
What the?
Yeah, which is why there's suggestions that this person who's doing it is using like some direct script that
And
is
also, how
directly
would he
making
know
calls to
the
the server
timing?
end.
How do you know?
Oh,
the
it's
timing, too?
probably okay. So if you're doing this
Yeah.
directly to the backend server and there's no limiter, there's no like restrictions, you're just every half a second you're sending a call to the server saying, hey, is this available to
this-
claim? I want to claim
yeah.
it. And
Is
you
this
just
within range
have
of
that.
colonization?
Yeah, and if you
Okay.
know the direct API call you need to make to the server for your account, that will make the server happy and say, yep, no, you've started the mission to claim it. You can just run that on repeat over and over and over until they finish it, and then bam, it's yours as soon as they finish it.
I
Doesn't
got
matter.
some
Well,
bacteria
that would
here.
leave a trail. The number of requests, wouldn't it?
You would think, well, again, like that's up for FDev to figure out. They might not be using the script. There might be exaggerations. I don't know. Sorry.
So we're gonna go to this
go.
planet. We're gonna see if the scanner thing's in the test server.
In the preview build, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go and I found a place with some bacteria because those guys can be pretty hard to find. And so I'm gonna just find somewhere random to land. But that looks nice. All right. Let's go right here. Let's see here. Ruiner asks, why are there so many HIP places? I can't remember any. The reason why is HIP is an abbreviation for a astrological survey, just like how Gliese and Messier and all these, they're all astrological surveys, and so that's why they're called HIP, because it's named after that survey, and those are the systems that they were looking at. There are overlaps of different surveys. So like if you go to I don't remember how to look for it in Odyssey now, but in the old Legacy Horizons, you can see all the other survey names for that system. That sometimes it'll have someplace called LFT,
Oh,
and then you can see what they are also called in the other surveys. Oh, there we go.
I've
Here's some
seen it.
bacteria.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it in Odyssey. Don't remember where it is.
Okay, we're at the last place we were at was gravity of 0.1. So I want to check. I want to see something. I'll go upside down. I do this with all bigger ships. So I go upside down and see if I fall. Because with some ships, it doesn't have enough thrusters to keep you above the ground. This one's fine. I go this way, sideways. Am I falling? No. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and land here. Yeah,
I
this,
do love like all the niche tests for
Well-
ships on surfaces.
That's because surfaces are very important to me, and that's why I got rid of the Beluga,
Oh, yeah.
because it couldn't do that. Now the Clipper can't do it either. However, I can forgive that.
It's not meant to do that.
You can't forgive the swimming pool? Like, come on, the swimming
If I
pool's
can't see
important.
the swimming pool, then no, I don't forgive.
You don't get to swim in it. Only the passengers do. So it's not worth it.
It's stupid.
Hopefully none of the passengers are in the swimming pool when you flip the ship.
Okay.
You're thunk. Did I forget to put the get out of the swimming pool room sign
So
on?
what was the
Oops.
old scanning radius? Ouch.
75 meters.
Oh.
And now it's 250?
It's 750 is what the post said. Let me double check that.
That looks pretty far out.
Wait,
What do you think?
750? What? Or 150?
So they've said the increase is to 750.
Holy jeezum.
So
That's a
look-
huge increase.
Look at this. Can
So
I hit those
scan-
guys?
If you scan one
Yeah,
of the...
look at that. I can get.
Oh, wow.
I can hit those guys way over there.
gonna say-
Holy
If you scan a patch and then head out, like head away from
Yeah.
them more than 75 meters, and you'll get it on your gimbal on the top. Like you'll be able to see how far away you are
Yeah.
from it, and then
Okay,
you can
I
run
see.
in the scanner. Yeah.
All right. Let me go around over here.
I'm curious what the new scan range will look like in a Fontacula forest.
Yeah. Right.
Like, that might be some graphics issues right there.
I think someone
So
earlier might have mentioned it might have
I'm
been
100
Disemboweled
meters
mentioned
away. I'm gonna
performance
just do it
design.
now. Yeah, I can see it.
It's flashing green?
It's purple for me.
Oh, I think that means that you've scanned it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No, that means yeah, that change must definitely
Look at
be
that.
applied.
Those guys are purple, but those guys
wow.
are not. Oh, it's so
you can
much.
actually use it now. Yeah,
It's so
it's
much
actually
handier.
useful.
And also doing this at nighttime is going to be a lot easier to find this garbage.
Yeah, this is a quality of life change. Like this is a quality of life change. Absolutely.
Yeah, it is, definitely. So disemboweled, how you mentioned how far you have to walk on foot to add an on foot CG to recall your ship. Do you ever use the SRV trick to do CZs on foot? Where you just get in your SRV, park it where no one's gonna find it. and
Right.
You have to make sure you don't die, because otherwise the SRV blows up. But then the SRV is still parked there
Oh, yeah.
after the fight. And you can actually get in the SRV, log out, log back in, and you're back in the combat zone, right where your SRV was.
Yeah, I've done that.
It's-
However, there are some places that it'll actually put you back in your ship in orbit. I've had that happen to me before too.
I haven't had that happen at all.
There was a CG a while ago, maybe a month or two ago, where it was a ground thing. Yeah, I remember. It was towards the beginning of summer, and I tried parking doing that, and there's certain areas where I could park and go to log out, log back in, but there's certain areas where if you parked, it would kick you out into orbit.
Oh, wow.
Ouch.
Oh, so my carrier is full of, like, extra stuff for help with colonization. The one thing I have left to load up is emergency power cells.
Yeah.
And I forget how many I'll have on me, but, like, in between 2,000 to 3,000 emergency power cells.
So you guys already said this, but how far away do you need to be for another biological sample to register from the previous?
Bacteria, to be able to collect another one, 500 meters.
500 meters.
Mhm.
Okay, 800 and 300. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I can't do this one.
Disemboweled says it depends on the planet.
Or the
But you can
planet,
look in
yeah.
the codex. Oh, depends on. Excuse me, depends on the planet. You knew that right now. My bad. Me when I misread the chat because it's almost.
So, stratum and bacteria are 500. LCS is 800. I forget what tubus is.
It'd be nice if that were
Awesome.
on like the little HUD things, like, oh, you need to be at least this many meters from the last one, because then you can look at your like little compass thing up here and be like, okay, I know where I need to go.
SRV survey has that. I think ED Copilot says it.
There we go. I got all three. Yay!
But also, once you do it so much, you know exactly what it is.
Yeah. You call a spaceship. All right, that's cool. That's nice. Alright.
Convoidia is 300.
Now let's go and try to cancel a ship
A construction.
construction site. So we can place on the beacon and see if we can cancel the initial outpost. Is that the idea?
I think so, yeah.
I suspect you might have to complete the outpost if they've exempted it from being able to be cancelled or deleted, but you can still see.
It's one way to check.
Certainly try.
Someone else will build an outpost and figure it out, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
I know that I remember when Meccan and the Axe crew were trying to, well, they colonized the Maya area, and they're like, oh man, we kind of essentially bricked our build because, you know, they didn't tell us anything about how things were weak linked or strong linked or all that kind of stuff. So I wonder if they'll redo some stuff. Granted, you know, you get back your
Do you think they'll try to completely
build points.
destroy, what was it, asterope colonization to make the zoo work again?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it's another thing. Will the zoo come back? Because when they colonized that area, they killed off all the Thargoids, basically.
Well, the asterope was 2 spawning tables now exist in the system. Instead of 1 for Thargoid, you now have Thargoid and humans at the same time.
Oh, you want to see how nimble this thing is?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, they had to restrict what weapons you could put on this thing. The agility on it would make it
Yeah.
a very good fighter.
Yeah, like,
Like the Mandalay, that already happened with the Mandalay. So
totally not a combat ship. Massacre.
totally not
And
a
Thargoids.
shit.
Like, you guys put ridiculous heat dissipation on that thing. What do you expect to happen?
Yeah, it's like, why did you give it like such insane high points? That, like, again, it's like, you know, every single one of these ships, they get a little, they get some extra things. It's like that is just power creep for no.
I would love
Yeah.
if they would give us a module to put fuel tanks in hardpoints.
Oh,
Fuel tanks
externally
in the
mounted module.
Yes. Like, the ability to, like, change a hardpoint into, like, I want to put the scanner in there, the surface scanner, and things like that. Like, get them out of the internals. Does that make sense? Like, a hardpoint.
Yeah.
Like, even if I had to maybe, like, eject the cargo out of the hardpoint fuel tank, and then have a collector pick it up and put it into the main cargo, I'd probably be fine with that. It's an emergency tank.
Yeah, right? Deployable ones. Drop tanks. That'd be cool. They could double as mines, you know? You drop them.
Disemboweled, full inventory Tetris shipbuilding. Yeah, that's the dream. Some real, like, crazy combinations.
Alright, so yeah, there's a nice
Yeah,
little fly around. That's really great.
I love how your
those money
engines
shots.
mix red and green when you boost.
Alright, let's go jump, and then let's see about colonizing something. I need to land somewhere. I keep forgetting this is a medium ship. I can land wherever I want. Okay, let's land here.
So Alex MG1 says, I don't think we'll clear the zoo out. Our headquarters are there, and erasing the effort would be sad. Could fix some mistakes maybe though.
Yeah. Again, I
think it'll
wonder
be
if
nice
you
to,
can
like-
delete
Oh,
things
okay.
that were requisite for building the bigger things. Because then you could essentially like get rid of all the small stuff and make a whole bunch of big stuff.
Yeah,
So
that's like what I was saying
yeah.
earlier.
Yeah.
Like,
If you destroy the small things, though, you don't have the points to build any more big things. And
Yeah.
I would assume if you have a certain amount of big things, you still have to deal with the increased point amount. So
oh yeah, the increased point amount would still probably be there.
yeah, because if they've done it right, see how that goes. It would be based on the
depends on how
amount
they
of
have the-
T3s. Yeah.
It would depend on how they have the system calculating those points. If it checks every time you go to build something, like he has these things giving him tier 1 points, these things giving him tier 2 points, and then he has these many tier 3s built. If it checks it every time you go to build, then you'll be okay, or then there won't be a bunch of stuff like that. But if it's just going, oh, he built this, give him a point. If he built this, give him another point, and then going, oh, he spent these points. You can delete the small stuff, do it again, and get a bigger station again.
Right.
Over and over and over. A lot of work to do it, but you could.
Right. I'd be for it. I'd be like, okay, cool. If
And I
somebody
have
wants to
one
spend the
system
time,
that-
you know,
Building some really crazy systems.
There
Yeah,
you go.
I guess
Yeah.
that would be
I
nice.
have a system that, like, the high metal content is 14,000 light seconds out. And it's a really cool system. Not a lot of build space, but a lot of places where I want to put tier 2s and tier 3s. I would do that myself. Like, I'd be building tier 2 settlements on service to get me tier 3 points. To do it.
Alright, I'm gonna select us a place. Oops.
And I'm not saying, like, I don't like exploits like that, but I would make use of it for that one system.
Alright, I'm gonna claim this one. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna go and put the...
Release your claim on the system. That was always there, right? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was always
Yeah,
there.
that was always there. Oh, so... maybe.
So I'm going to the poopies sector.
Oh, Disemboweled also mentioned something that might be interesting.
Yeah.
There's also some possible abuse if the terrain doesn't reset instantly after removing a station. You could creep from a mountain to a valley by building/demolishing if the terrain remains.
Oh my god! You're right, you can
Slowly
make
dig
land
into
bridges!
the planet.
That's
There are some
right.
pretty cheap surface
Make your
outposts you can
own-
build. Like, if
Make
that
your
is a
own
thing you
canyon
can
run.
do, that would be
Oh,
interesting.
No, I think it would return to the way it was, and the reason why I think that is the terrain for like a construction site. The way it flattens everything is different than what it would eventually be once it's a finished product. So if you get rid of the finished product, I think it would go back to what the planet had been before. However, it'd be really
Generated,
fun. That's
yeah.
not to say that it won't just like wipe out the thing, but keep the terrain the way it was. That would be so cool. Cause yeah, cause I imagine you could make like a stairway to space. I don't think there is a way to do that. with that. Oh, that would be so funny.
Well, I imagine it will it'll reset back to the original terrain. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's just how
Yeah.
the game is generating that
Imagine
on the fly on your PC.
If you could make
so-
just a big giant like 25 by 25 kilometer just flat zone. As you
just turn an entire planet into a flat,
Yeah.
smooth
or
out.
a
like a
very big
parking
mountain
lot.
range.
a teal, yeah, a big giant mesa. You could make our own mesas.
Or I was thinking your own canyon run.
Yeah. Oh my
Like,
god.
Carving your
Honestly-
way through a giant mesa or mountain range, making your own canyon.
It sounds like if we had some basic terrain modification tools around, like, built stations, like in Planet Coaster, that would give people even more creative flexibility.
Oh,
And honestly, I think that's something they should be looking at, because I really think Colonization is one of the best things they've added to the game, just because of how much player freedom it's added, or player expression. Like, the different locations you can build systems, like stations, and where you can put them on planets and set places up.
Yeah.
And if they just keep doubling down on that, it'll definitely make things more interesting.
Yeah.
Programming limpet drone.
But like
so
I
you're
said,
you're just launching limpets there, Mars.
You have to hold down for the beacon. I didn't realize.
You're just sending the Prospector limpets up into the void.
No, they're there. It's all fine. There we go. Look, there's the thing. Oh, look at that.
Integrity compromised.
Where'd it go? Can you get inside your cockpit? Oh, it
Disemboweled
was at
says-
first. It was inside the cockpit for a second, but now it's just teetering all over the place.
creative flexibility to draw certain shapes on planet. Yeah, maybe not
Funny.
terrain modification.
Okay, so here's the primary port. If I want to demolish, I don't think so. I don't think it'll let me do it. I
Oh,
think-
when you clicked on it, it said destruction unavailable for a second.
Oh, there's construction unavailable.
So is that destruction or
Construction.
Oh, sorry, I don't have the thing full screen. That's on me. Let me see that again. Yeah, construction unavailable. Okay, yeah. So I guess the primary port is probably just exempt from this
Yeah.
system.
Also, it's this isn't a construction site. It's like one of those carrier things.
It's a carrier, yeah.
So you can't destroy this.
Brewer would be very unhappy with you.
Who?
Brewer, the one
Oh,
who
yeah.
sends out those carriers.
Just destroy the carrier.
Lord, the carrier.
You know what would make it the best thing though, kind of worth it, is if it exploded, right? Like it would just like start taking damage, go poof, poof and explode, like a station. That'd be
What
pretty
about all
cool.
the people on the station?
They knew what they were getting into, or like have like some kind of orbital gun destroy settlements. That'd be pretty cool.
Well, wasn't it one of the... Which Elite game was it had nukes for surface combat thing? Like you had to like drop a nuke payload to destroy surface sites?
I don't know.
It was one of the single player Elite games.
I'm gonna wait for this colonization ship to show up and see if I can cancel it then. Arriving in 6 seconds. I don't know what you guys. What I like to do is I wait to get it goes. It drops right before, right after 2C on the speed, and then I rev it up to go back to 2C. And when it gets to 2, I take it back down. I feel like then I just kind of, it's like a downhill skiing from here. Whammo. Seconds. Until it arrives.
Warning. Captain class signature detected.
Here it comes. Oh, what a view.
I used to always go for its arrival, and now it's like, eh.
I've seen that.
Yeah. Considering I have over 20 systems across 2 accounts, I've seen it a lot.
Still fun to look at it every now and then. Oh, look at that shadow cross over me. That was pretty cool. Alright, it's here. Let's see if I can destroy it. Let's see here. Now that you're here. It doesn't look like it. No. Yeah, I think because it registers differently. I think to get rid of it, you would just go to the station and just cancel your claim. But once your claim is set,
It might be. It could be something you have to land at the station in order to do it. Maybe.
Don't
Yeah.
think so.
Maybe just double check if they've changed the UI at all.
Docking request granted.
Let's see. I don't think so. Only because this isn't. I mean, yeah. Well, I'm glad so far that they haven't been like, oh, I'm gonna cancel my build. Oh, wait a second, I don't. It was my initial outpost. Now I can't build anything.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
All right. No, it's all the same in here.
Okay. Just
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
Nice butt trumpets. Do these have butt trumpets?
the boost sound does have a little, a little like a low trumpety sound to them. It's the cockpit sound because the exterior boost sound is the same across all the ships, I think, for the most part.
All right. Anything else we want to see? Oh, somebody's here. Who's this? Who's friend? Rain Man. All right.
Well, I think
anything?
we've gone over everything.
I think we've gone over. Yeah. I think we can wait till it's actually out. But if there's nothing else you guys want me to try, then I think we're gonna call
This
it.
is
for today.
the commodities requirement will be listed when selecting the system on Galaxy map. Facility on the system map. That's like the only other real change. The biggest one is just the organic sample.
The name
scanning
change.
range
You want me to
change.
spend $500,
Yeah.
500 arcs to change my name to Mars Europe 2?
Yeah. Mars Europe 2, new and improved.
Right. Mars Europe 420. Let's see.
Well, that does open up some interesting roleplay. Every time someone dies, they add a number.
Oh, here we go.
Add,
So this is the
or
this
increase
is
the
the
number
new thing.
behind their name.
So look on this side, it shows you the stuff.
Oh, it's in the
you're
Gal
doing.
map.
So
Yes.
it's on the Galaxy map. So you just click there.
There we go.
So this is new. All constructions. So like you can. So let's say you had multiple constructions. So
Oh, there's a little tab.
and then you could do for all. So let's say you had multiple. So you wanted to fill up. You want to do the math to bring them all up on here. You could do that too.
That is nice.
So that's handy.
I wonder if that'll bring any journal changes in the back end, but oh well. That's still very nice.
That's handy.
Especially if it aggregates everything for the system.
Yeah.
Then you'll know how many CMMs you need to get off of a planet's surface.
Yep. the most
I
important number
wish
out of them
you
all.
could make, you know, like the initial colonization thing, it'll show up in the commodities when you're buying them. When you go to a market, it'll show you the what you need for that initial outpost. I wish it did that for other builds too. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Maybe.
My bad, I was typing something out.
Let me show you.
Pass on by me again.
Let me show you. So when you're making your initial station in colonization, it's a mission, right? So when you go to a market and you go to the market, say you're buying some aluminum. Oops, am I going?
Oh yeah,
I'm going the wrong
that
place.
was handy when they added that.
Yeah, so it'll show you how much aluminum you need for your build. So you can be like, oh, okay, cool. I don't have to like, get a notepad and like minus
Oh, that's right.
784 tons every time.
It's just for the primary outpost.
Yeah,
that
it's just
does
for
that,
primary.
yeah.
It'd be nice if they extended that somehow to whatever else you're making.
Though I did notice that because it's considered a mission, you could only take 19 missions when you had a colonization going on.
Ah, well that
Or
makes sense.
primary port. So.
Yeah, you do have something to do. That makes sense.
I think it would go a long way if this stuff was dumped into the journal, so third-party tools could pull it out, because
They already are
It,
pulling that out.
are they? I thought you had to like screen
Raven
cap it
Colonia,
still.
or Raven Colonia from SRV Survey is doing it somehow. Like
Are they doing
exact
it
numbers.
from the back end or?
I don't know which end they're using it from, but I know I had when I was trying to get it to register the port that I was
okay.
working on. I had to open up the log file, pull the market ID number out, and manually put it into Raven Colonia because the normal automatic puller or whatever, like identifier, wasn't working. Even though I tried all the ways to get it to do that by itself, and it couldn't, so I had to do it manually, and that worked.
Okay.
So it's at least the market ID is in the journal files. I don't know how to read anything else past that.
Hey, Katie Chaos. I accidentally blew her up last time. You guys remember?
Yeah, fly carefully past this time.
Yeah, carefully. Who else is here? Rain Man. Let's see. Can I add Katie to friends? Send friend request. There we go. Where's my land pad? Was there anything else? This about you mentioned something about the cosmetic area.
1,000 meters from touchdown.
See, what was it? See if there says any extra stuff if you go to that option on the main menu, cosmetics thing. Like if there's any extra limits or restrictions. The rename UI in the main menu.
Alright.
Docking successful.
So maybe you want to hide your stream for a little bit if you're going
Yeah.
back to the main menu.
This is what I'm talking about, guys. See these food cartridges? See how there's a little globe there? So for the initial
Yeah.
thing there, it'll tell you how much you need. So that's pretty fun. That's cool. And I wish it would do that for other things too. For afterwards, because the other ones don't count as a mission. It's just like build it if you want to. Oh, look at this! I discovered I discovered this planet on the first discovered this place. No, it's just that in the test servers, these things aren't. This data is not up here. One time, the first time this ever happened, I was like, oh my god, I found something in the bubble, like, and so I went into the main game, and I was like, I'm gonna go there, and I go there, and it's already discovered. I was like, what? And I mentioned it to somebody else, and like, oh yeah, it's happened to me too. I did the exact same thing. Let's see here. Boop. I do see this, and then I do this, and then I do. Hold on, guys. Don't worry. I know you can't see anything. Alright, we're back here. So in here, oh yeah, rename commander. Purchase a name for your change for your commander. Oh, it gives me an error. It takes me to outside the game.
Ah, okay, so it's just done through the website.
Yeah, it's done through the website. So that takes you out. Any new suit stuff? Because there is a SRV skin that is in the test servers that doesn't exist in game, and I get it every time. I'm like so excited. Oh, cool! I'm gonna be able to use this cool new skin. But then I go back into the game when the game comes back up. It doesn't actually exist. SRVs. Paint jobs. I wonder if it's here, because it doesn't exist anywhere else other than the test server. SRV, there you are. And it's like this camouflage one. It's not like, ooh, wow. But, let's see. It's like this green camouflage guy. Not that one. Not this. It's not, ooh, that looks cool though. It's not that. No, yeah, see, it's not here. Oh, wait, there it is. This one. Does this exist anywhere else? Because this only exists for me in this server. But I don't have it anywhere else. But so I don't have this in game.
I'll let you know when
Color
the
green.
stream catches up.
Yeah. Oh, we're in Discord too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can look at the yeah. Camo green. Yeah, I've never seen that for SRVs.
I've never seen it either. And it only exists in the test server.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's like a Jurassic, what is it, Jurassic Park
Yeah.
crossover item or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. I think that about does it.
Oh, you found Raxla.
Yeah, I found
it's
Raxla.
a SRV ship skin.
Yeah, basically. Okay, cool. I am actually excited for this, especially for the new gun, for the mining things. And I like the way the ship handles. I can't wait to beat Barefoot in a mine off, because he's going to be so like, oh, I can mine better than you. You know what? Who's to say? I'm going to say one's better than the other, but people seem to think that I'm just a better player altogether. So that could be just outclassed out of the gate. So we'll find that out maybe next week when this thing comes out, and we'll try to fly it for real. But thank you so much, Fluber. Thank you so much, JD, Disemboweled, Ultramarine, for coming by. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Let's see. I want to make sure I pronounce your name correctly. Was helping me with doing the math. Let's see. Global X. Thank you so much for helping me with the math. And stop on by our Discord. Link it to the server. We have lots of fun folks to play with and fun folks to talk to. We'll see you guys next time. Ciao for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.